Chapter 1480. She didn't notice. She didn't know if Lin Xian was telling the truth. Lin Xian said, "Hey, I'm so outstanding. Auntie must be wondering how you can match up to me. What if you're pretending?" She probably had this suspicion from the beginning. She brought us milk to observe us. I guess she must have come in the middle of the night to see what's going on. If we sleep separately, then I'll lock the door. Doesn't Auntie have your room key? Mu Qingya. Damn it. Damn it. Go take a shower. Lin Xian smiled and walked into the bathroom. Mu Qingya gritted her teeth and quickly put on a set of pajamas. She didn't feel safe wearing only one set of pajamas. Bastard. After taking a shower, Lin Xian walked out of the bathroom humming a tune. Click. He lit a cigarette happily. No smoking. You're my wife? Why do you care? Lin Xian rolled his eyes. Mu Qingya. She opened the window and Lin Xian looked at her beautiful figure. She was invincible. Time to sleep. Lin Xian took a deep puff and flicked the cigarette out. Then, he happily crawled into her bed and slept on the spot where she had just been lying. Hey, it smells so good. Mu Qingya. Go to the other side. She was going crazy. A man was sleeping in her bed. Lin Xian smiled and went to the other side. Mu Qingya took a deep breath and turned off the light. She lay on her side with her back facing Lin Xian. Lin Xian didn't go overboard. He couldn't go overboard because she didn't like him that much. When I met you, were you on a mission? Or should I say, am I your mission? Mu Qingya suddenly asked. She felt that everything was too coincidental. This Lin Xian wasn't simple. He couldn't be short of money. He must have approached her on purpose. Sister, what mission do you have that I would be interested in? Kidnapping you? Then why do I have to do this? Make money. I can make money. I told you before that I wanted you to invest 1 billion in a project, but you didn't agree. I had to talk to your father personally. I just want your body. Mu Qingya. Sleep. Lin Xian smiled and rubbed Mu Qingya's butt with his foot. Mu Qingya. Rub. She sat up abruptly. You. I'll hug you. Lin Xian smiled and stretched out his hand. Scram. Lin Xian shrugged and fell asleep as well. He was very sleepy. He didn't sleep well in prison. Moreover, he didn't have a realm now. He needed rest and sleep. Early the next morning, Mu Qingya opened her eyes and was dumbfounded. She was in Lin Xian's embrace, and she was using Lin Xian's arm as a pillow. Her beautiful eyes widened, and then she quickly sat up. She didn't know what to do and tidied up her messy hair. Lin Xian heard the noise and opened his eyes. He looked at Mu Qingya, whose hair was messed up. You look cold on the surface. Why are you sleeping like this at night? I was kicked to death by you. Lin Xian said sadly. Mu Qingya. The last person who said this to her was Mu Feifei. Since when did she like to kick the quilt when she slept? Mu Feifei used to sleep with her, but she kicked it away. Since then, Mu Feifei swore that she would never sleep with her again. Get up and have breakfast. I'm going to the company. Mu Qingya said lightly and then walked into the bathroom. Hey, aren't you going to treat your illness today? Aren't you going? No matter whether I can be cured or not, I want to know the ending more. Besides, that's Dad's elder. I don't think I know him. It's meaningless to go. Also, a very important person will come to the company today. I need to talk to him. Talk my ass. Once my product is released, I'll make a fortune. That's your money. Mu Qingya said. We're boyfriend and girlfriend. What's mine is yours. Mu Qingya. I'm pretending. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. After breakfast, Mu Qingya went to the company. Zhong Ting, Mu Hao, Mu Feifei, and Lin Xian were there. Mu Feifei drove to the hospital. Lin Xian, are you okay? Mu Hao asked Lin Xian. It depends on how serious his illness is. The later stage is also different. If it has caused other damage, I may not be able to do much at present. Lin Xian said. I'm not sure. Let's go and have a look. Okay. Lin Xian nodded. Brother-in-law, why didn't my sister come? Did you have a fight with her last night? Mu Feifei sat beside Lin Xian, and her feet rubbed against Lin Xian intentionally or unintentionally. No, she said she had something to do at the company. Well, it can't be bad. You little girl, shut up. I know. At the First People's Hospital of Jiangnan City, Qin Yijuan came here with the chicken soup she made and some fruits. Her eyes were red. It seemed that she had been crying for a long time. Jun. At the entrance of the hospital, a middle-aged man stood there with a dozen military guards, looking at Qin Yijuan in front of him. Where is Grandpa? Qin Yijuan asked. I'll take you there. Qin Yuan sighed. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Qin Yijuan's eyes were red. Your grandpa didn't want me to tell you. He asked me to lie to you that he went on a trip. Qin Yuan said. Qin Yijuan wiped her tears. Her parents were very busy. When she was a child, her grandparents raised her. Her grandmother passed away 2 years ago, and only her grandpa was left. She liked to accompany her grandpa the most, but she really didn't expect that her grandpa, who had always been healthy, would. Now your grandpa's health is very poor. I can only tell you otherwise. Qin Yuan shook his head. Qin Yijuan walked in quickly. Mu Qingya didn't know. Even Mu Feifei didn't know who her father was. Otherwise, Mu Qingya would definitely come. The Qin family and the Mu family had been friends for hundreds of years. The two girls had been very outstanding since they were young. They were friends, best friends, and also rivals. But in the end, they chose different paths. Mu Qingya inherited the business because of Mu Hao's health. Qin Yijuan fulfilled her dream and became a Jingcha who did evil for the people. She climbed up step by step. Without the help of any family, she got several merits in just over a year and sat in the position of the captain of the first detachment in Jiangnan City. Click. Qin Yijuan pushed open the door of the ward and looked at the thin old man lying on the bed. She couldn't recognize him anymore. Her tears gushed out in an instant. Grandpa. Qin Yijuan rushed over. Jun. Qin Jiangwo looked at his granddaughter with a kind smile on his face. I told you to smoke less. Why didn't you listen? Qin Yijuan cried loudly. Chapter 1481. Qin Jiangwo reached out and placed his hand on his precious granddaughter's back, patting her gently. Don't worry. Grandpa is fine. Qin Jiangwo let out a weak voice. Sob, sob, sob. Qin Yijuan didn't say anything because she couldn't speak at this time. Qin Yuan sighed. He was a man, but he couldn't do anything. He walked out and gently closed the door of the ward. Outside, a few doctors were waiting there. Mr. Qin. A man in his 30s who was wearing a pair of gold-rimmed glasses said as he adjusted his glasses. He was wearing a pair of gold-rimmed glasses. He was Qin Jiangwo's attending physician. Although he was young, he had very high attainments in this area. He had returned from overseas and was also a famous returnee. Dr. Lu, how is my father's condition? Qin Yuan asked. Lu Jiming pushed up his glasses and sighed. Sigh, the old man's condition is very bad. Roughly estimating, he might only have less than 3 months left. Qin Yuan looked tired. He didn't have any expectations at all because no matter how hard he worked, this terminal illness couldn't be cured. However, he couldn't bear to see his father in pain every day. I'll have to trouble you during this period of time. Qin Yuan nodded and walked away, preparing to buy some food for his daughter. Lu Jiming watched him walk away. He pushed up his glasses and smiled. Then, he looked into the ward through the glass on the door. His gaze landed on Qin Yijuan, flickering with desire and greed. This woman was so beautiful that he couldn't believe it. Of course, he knew what kind of family the Qin family was. The older generation of the Qin family was a general and one of the founding fathers of the country. Their status was very high. Originally, old Master Qin was going to be sent to the military hospital, but he felt that it was the same anywhere, so he stayed in this hospital. However, the Qin family's huge foundation would fall into the hands of Qin Yijuan in the future because she was the only daughter in the Qin family. If he could woo Qin Yijuan, he would have a meteoric rise in his career. Under normal circumstances, how could he get such a woman? However, he was now old Master Qin's attending physician, and this Qin Yijuan loved her grandfather very much. Even if she knew that it was a terminal illness, she would probably become blind and lose her mind. At this time, as old Master Qin's attending physician, he had 10,000 ways to ask Qin Yijuan out alone. After asking her out, he would come 2 more times and hint a few more times. Even if he couldn't save old Master Qin, what was so difficult about dealing with a blind girl? As long as he slept with this Qin Yijuan, then in the future, the Qin family's huge foundation would be his. After a while, Qin Yijuan opened the door and walked out with red eyes. Miss Qin. Lu Jiming looked at Qin Yijuan. Qin Yijuan looked at him with a puzzled expression. I'm old Master Qin's attending physician. Qin Yijuan then hurriedly said, Doctor, how is my grandfather now? I want to hear the truth. Sigh. Lu Jiming sighed. Seeing this scene, Qin Yijuan frowned slightly. Old Master Qin's illness was discovered too late. When it was discovered, it had already spread to his entire body. Now, Miss Qin, you should understand old Master Qin's situation in your heart. It might not even be 2 months. Qin Yijuan covered her mouth and almost burst into tears. I understand. Thank you. She seemed to have lost all her strength. Then, she took out her phone and dialed a number. Chief, I'll take a few months of leave. After saying a few words, she hung up the phone. She couldn't do anything. All she could do was accompany her grandfather in his last moments. But Lu Jiming adjusted his glasses. But what? Qin Yijuan hurriedly asked. I used to study in Country M, and the research institute I was in was doing research in this area. After all, I was also an expert in this area. At that time, the research institute developed a medicine. Although it couldn't cure the old master's illness, it could remove half of his cancer cells. Although it would still spread in the future, it might give him more than half a year. Qin Yijuan's beautiful eyes lit up. Can it? Can it really? Lu Jiming nodded. It can. We've already done a few clinical trials. This was the beginning of his plan. For a girl full of guilt, longing, and filial piety, when she heard this kind of news, she would probably do anything to get it, right? Then why don't you use it? Qin Yijuan asked. It's not that I don't use it, it's that I can't use it. That's the result of my teacher's research and development. Without permission, it can't be used. Moreover, the research and development has already stopped. After all, it doesn't have a real healing effect, so there's actually not much reliance. As far as I know, there might only be one left in the research institute. I'll pay however much it is. It meant a lot to Qin Yijuan. Because she had been working during this period of time, she didn't have much time to accompany her grandfather. Then, such a thing happened. She hoped to be able to accompany him more. Sigh. This is actually not a matter of money. This matter isn't that easy. Lu Jiming began to show a troubled expression. Then what do you need? Qin Yijuan hurriedly asked. This matter is very important. It's not as easy as you think. There are many things that need to be done. I can only do my best. Why don't we go out for a meal after work tonight and have a good chat about this matter? Qin Yijuan hurriedly nodded. Okay, no problem. Doctor, I'll leave it to you. Miss Qin, please don't tell anyone about this matter, not even your father. If something goes wrong, I understand. Qin Yijuan nodded. Okay, then I'll pick Miss Qin up after work. Lu Jiming said. Okay, I'll have to trouble you, doctor. To Lu Jiming, when the time came, he would first go for a meal and then give a small hint. Today was just a hint, and then they would have a meal together tomorrow. When the time came, he would make a call and find a friend to cooperate. He would say that this was absolutely impossible and make Qin Yijuan despair first. Then he would confess to her. At the same time, he would intentionally or unintentionally tell her that that person was his teacher. If the seriously ill person was his future father-in-law's father, he might help. Presumably, she would agree. As for the medicine, he did have it. It was developed by him. It could indeed allow people to live for a period of time, 2 or 3 months. However, it was also harmful, so it could not pass the examination of the General Administration of Medicine. But it was fine as long as others did not know. At this moment, Qin Yuan walked over with a few people. Lu Jiming looked over and his eyes suddenly lit up. What day was it today? Why were there so many top-notch beauties one after another? Chapter 1482. Mu Hao, Zhong Ting, Lin Xian, and Mu Feifei followed Qin Yuan. The beautiful women Lu Jiming saw were Mu Feifei and Zhong Ting. However, he recognized them. They were from the Mu family. They often appeared on TV. Why are you here today? Qin Yuan asked. We came to see old Master Qin. How is he? Mu Hao said. Sigh. Qin Yuan shook his head. Mu Haoren glanced at Lin Xian. Lin Xian was whispering to his sister-in-law. No, to be precise, it was his sister-in-law whispering to Lin Xian. Don't worry, it will be fine. Mu Hao said. How can it be fine? The doctor said that it will be less than 3 months. Mu Haoren then said, Actually, I came here this time to bring a little magic doctor to treat old Master Qin. Huh? Qin Yuan frowned and looked at Mu Hao in confusion. This is Lin Xian, my son-in-law. Qin Yuan glanced at Lin Xian. He felt that this person was ordinary. Since he was the son-in-law of the Mu family, he should not be simple. Wait, what did he say? Treat. Hello, Uncle Qin. Lin Xian reached out his hand. Qin Yuan stared at Lin Xian and then reached out to shake Lin Xian's hand. You said, treat? Lin Xian nodded. Yes, I can go in and take a look. I should be able to treat old Master Qin. Qin Yuan was speechless. Little brother, you can't say such things. This is the late stage of cancer. It can't be cured. The whole world can't. Lin Xian said, I have a way. Qin Yuan was speechless. What? Qin Yuan looked at Mu Hao. I know it's hard for you to believe. Give it a try. There's still hope. He may be talking nonsense, but I can't accompany him here to fool around, right? Mu Hao said. Zhong Ting also said, Brother Mu, give it a try. Qin Yuan took a deep breath. He felt dizzy. What on earth was going on? Could it be that he was still dreaming? Then he looked at Lin Xian. All right. Lin Xian and the others then walked to the door of the ward. At the door, Lu Jiming and Qin Yijuan were still chatting. Sister Junjun. Mu Feifei shouted. Qin Yijuan looked at Mu Feifei and the others and nodded. Uncle Mu. Aunt Zhang. This girl, look at how badly she's crying. Zhong Ting sighed and handed over a tissue. It's nothing. I just feel a little guilty. Qin Yijuan said. She then saw Lin Xian and frowned. Why was he here? Why did he come with the Mu family? Lin Xian also saw the beautiful woman, Qin Yijuan. It can't be, right? What a coincidence. Old Master Qin was actually Qin Yijuan's grandfather? F***CK. Lin Xian, do you need any medical support? Qin Yuan asked Lin Xian. He didn't know anything about Lin Xian, but he believed that Mu Hao and his wife wouldn't come here to mess around. No matter how incredible it was, he was willing to believe in Mu Hao and his wife. They grew up together and were brothers. Later on, Qin Yuan inherited Qin Jiangwo's will and became a soldier that Qin Jiangwo liked. Mu Hao, on the other hand, continued to do business for generations. Lin Xian shook his head. No, I'll go in and try. Okay. Hey, what are you doing? Lu Jiming saw Lin Xian was about to push the door and said quickly, "I'm going to treat the illness." Lin Xian said, "Treat the illness? Who are you? Mr. Qin, who is he? You let him come here to treat the illness? It's already in the late stage. There's no cure. You're letting someone else try. It's simply killing him." Lu Jiming said quickly. Qin Yijuan was confused. What was going on? Qin Yuan frowned. "I'm just going to try," Qin Yuan said. "No, I'm old Master Qin's doctor. Please show me your doctor's certificate." Lu Jiming looked at Lin Xian and extended his hand. "I don't have any certificate. I'm just going in to save someone. If your hospital can't save him, I can treat him," Lin Xian said calmly. "Ha ha ha," Lu Jiming laughed out loud. "Mr. Qin, are you sure? Isn't this a lunatic? What's going on?" At this moment, a few old men walked over. "Director, there's someone here who says he can treat old Master Qin." Lu Jiming pointed at Lin Xian and said, "Nonsense. Who are you? This is nonsense. How can this kind of place allow someone like him to mess around? Chase him out." The surrounding doctors were furious. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. "I say, whether I mess around or not has nothing to do with you, right? The patient's family has already agreed. What right do you have to disagree? Mr. Qin, you're ruining old Master Qin's life. This kid is only in his early 20s. Why do you believe him?" The director looked at Qin Yuan and hurriedly said. Qin Yijuan understood now. This Lin Xian. He was here to treat her grandfather. Moreover, he could treat her grandfather? This was something she could deduce from the conversation she overheard. Lunatic. This lunatic. Crazy. However, why did her father think that he could? Qin Yijuan did not understand. "Kid, you're not even a doctor. How dare you say such things? You're a lunatic." Lu Jiming pointed at Lin Xian and said angrily, "I'm a doctor. I'm a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. It's just that I don't have a certificate." Nonsense. More and more doctors gathered around. "Uncle Qin, what do you think?" Lin Xian asked Qin Yuan. Qin Yuan took a deep breath. "Go and try." Lin Xian nodded. "Thank you for your trust, Uncle Qin." Then, Lin Xian pushed open the door and walked in. "Right, no one can enter without my permission." Bang. Then, Lin Xian closed the door. "Mr. Qin, you're really muddle-headed." Lu Jiming gritted his teeth and said, F***CK. If someone messed around and hastened the old master's death, then his medicine might be useless. How was Qin Yijuan going to play then? "I'll take responsibility for this," Qin Yuan said calmly. "Sigh, nonsense. You're really messing around." The director also sighed. Qin Yuan did not believe in Lin Xian. He believed in Mu Hao, who grew up with him. "Dad, what's the matter?" Qin Yijuan walked over and asked with a frown. "Your Uncle Mu said that he can treat it." "That's not necessarily true. He only said that he can try." "Humph." Lu Jiming snorted and said, "Mr. Qin, he has the right to say that anyone in this world can try." "Then what? Just give it a try? You're simply messing around." Qin Yuan said, "I'll take responsibility." Sigh. Lu Jiming clenched his fists tightly. He only hoped that the person inside would not let anything happen to old Master Qin. Otherwise, he would not even be able to pursue Qin Yijuan. Despicable guy. Qin Yijuan frowned. He could treat it. Was he crazy? He did not even have the money to buy a phone. Chapter 1483. In the room, Lin Xian was performing acupuncture on old Master Qin. Of course, the people outside saw it too. "Did you see that? He's performing acupuncture." "Idiot, he's an idiot. Does he think that he can cure cancer with just a few needles of Chinese medicine?" Lu Jiming said coldly with disdain. Everyone shook their heads when they saw that. Qin Yijuan frowned. Where did her father find him? Why did he trust him? Young man. Qin Jiangwo looked at Lin Xian and allowed Lin Xian to perform acupuncture. What's the matter, old Master Qin? You're Junjun's boyfriend. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Yes, she's the one who chased me. Good, good. Qin Jiangwo nodded with satisfaction. It's a pity. I won't be able to see you two get married. I won't be able to hold my grandson. Qin Jiangwo's eyes dimmed. Lin Xian smiled. Old Master Qin, you can still see such a small thing. I'm here to treat your illness. Haha, young man, you don't have to comfort me. Right, what's your name? Lin Xian. Not bad, then I might be able to give my granddaughter a name in advance. Qin Jiangwo's face was flushed red. Lin Xian smiled. Old Master Qin, take this pill. Qin Jiangwo paused and widened his eyes. Pill? You're talking about pills? Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and nodded. So old Master Qin knows about the world of martial artists? Qin Jiangwo nodded. Of course I know. Xiao Xian, you're a martial artist? Lin Xian nodded. You can say so. You must be. You even took out a pill. You can only be a martial artist. Qin Jiangwo looked at Lin Xian with approval. He took the pill and swallowed it. There was no hesitation. This pill was probably useless, but it could definitely help him hold on for a while. This was a medicinal pill. As soon as the pill entered his stomach, he instantly felt a warm current flowing through his entire body. The pain and heaviness in his body disappeared in an instant. Old Master Qin, you've recovered. Lin Xian replied. What? This pill of yours? Lin Xian nodded. Yes, my pill can cure your illness, old Master Qin. Qin Jiangwo. To be honest, if it was someone else, he wouldn't believe it. But if it was a martial artist, if it was a medicinal pill, he felt that he could believe it. After all, he knew that in this world, warriors were very powerful existences. He had also come into contact with warriors. He even had an old friend who was a warrior. He had also tried to seek help from his old friend. It was just that his old friend's exposure to this world was too small, so he couldn't find the so-called medicinal pill. Really? Qin Jiangwo was shocked and pleasantly surprised. Lin Xian nodded. Didn't old Master Qin feel that his body has recovered its strength? The pain should also be gone, right? Qin Jiangwo felt it and nodded. Then, he directly took off the ventilator. Everyone outside was dumbfounded. Quick! Put it on! Quickly go in! Lu Jiming shouted loudly. He actually asked old Master Qin to take off the ventilator. This is nonsense. Nonsense. The dean couldn't help but slap his thigh. Quickly go in and ask old Master Qin to put on the ventilator. Stop right there. Qin Yuan shouted. Then, Lu Jiming stopped in his tracks. Mr. Qin. Without his orders, you can't go in. Qin Yuan said. Sigh. Lu Jiming sighed. Qin Jiangwo felt his body. It had been a long time since he felt so relaxed. This Lin Xian was definitely not simple. Wait, this Lin Xian, at such a young age, actually took it out. Wait. Xiao Xian, don't tell me you're from the Lin family? Lin Xian shook his head. No. You're not. Lin Xian knew what the Lin family Qin Jiangwo was talking about was. There were 4 top ancient martial arts families on Earth. Dongfang Shui's Dongfang family was one of them, and so was the Shenyuan family. Under these 4 top ancient martial arts families, there were 8 other ancient martial arts families, and the Lin family was one of them. Of course, this was only known to martial artists who had come into contact with ancient martial arts families. Ordinary people only knew that the so-called Lin group was actually an ancient martial arts family. Lin Xian didn't have much of a background. His parents had died in a car accident caused by the Shenyuan family. Therefore, Lin Xian and the Shenyuan family weren't done yet. He had to go to the Shenyuan family. However, before that, he had to increase his strength. If he wanted to do that, he could only do so by completing missions. Qin Jiangwo sat up tentatively. He discovered that there was really nothing wrong with his body. He was as relaxed as a normal person. He had really recovered. Ha ha ha, Xiaoxian, thank you, ha ha ha. Qin Jiangwo smiled and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. The people outside were stunned by this scene. Dad. Grandpa. Although Lin Xian hadn't allowed them to come in, they had no choice but to come in. Click. The door to the ward opened and they ran in. Father, you. Qin Yuan stared with wide eyes at Qin Jiangwo, whose complexion had already recovered. I'm fine now. This grandson-in-law of mine is really capable. Grandson-in-law? Qin Yuan noticed this name, but Qin Yijuan didn't care at all. She cried and ran over. Grandpa. Oh, my good granddaughter. Qin Jiangwo smiled and patted Qin Yijuan's back. This? Lu Jiming, the director, and the other experts all stared with wide eyes. How could this be? How did he suddenly become so lively? Is this the final radiance of the setting sun? Old Master Qin, your illness. The director walked over. I'm fine now. Impossible. The director shook his head. That's impossible. This kid must have used some stimulant drug to make his body energize for a short period of time. This is extremely inadvisable. I said I'm fine now. Qin Jiangwo said again. Old Master Qin, we're doing this for your own good. Dad, go and have a checkup. Qin Yuan said. Grandpa, have a checkup. Qin Yijuan looked up with tears in her eyes. Okay. Whatever my granddaughter says. Qin Jiangwo said with a smile. Qin Yuan. His son really didn't have any face? Mu Hao felt that there was absolutely no problem. This Lin Xian was really too amazing. Qin Jiangwo was brought over for a checkup. If anything happens, you'll go to jail. Lu Jiming pointed at Lin Xian and said angrily. Xiaoxian, did my father just call you grandson-in-law? Qin Yuan asked. Qin Yijuan? Chapter 1484. When Lin Xian heard Qin Yuan's words, he couldn't help but sigh. Old Master Qin insisted that I be his grandson-in-law. If I refused, I was afraid that old Master Qin would be sad. If I didn't, I would feel wronged. In the end, between myself and an old man, I chose to feel wronged. Qin Yijuan. Lin Xian, my grandfather? Qin Yijuan's beautiful eyes were still red. She looked at Lin Xian and asked. She didn't know. She didn't know anything. She had investigated Lin Xian, but she couldn't find anything useful. There were too many mysteries. She really didn't understand why her father would find this Lin Xian and let him treat her grandfather's terminal illness. However, the most unbelievable thing was that after Lin Xian went in, her grandfather even took the initiative to remove the ventilator. Moreover, his body seemed to be healthy again. This was something she couldn't understand at all. However, her grandfather's doctor said that he might have given her grandfather some stimulant drug. She didn't know, she didn't understand. She didn't know who to believe. One was someone her father brought, and the other was common knowledge that the whole world knew. She didn't know what to do. Our grandfather is fine. Lin Xian smiled and looked at Qin Yijuan. It was said that people's hearts were soft. That was for sure. This policewoman was very fierce, but in this situation, she still cried like a child. To be honest, Lin Xian still knew that she was indeed a kind girl. And she was very beautiful. Anyway, it wasn't a loss. Pfft. Lu Jiming sneered. Fine. When the test results are out, you can just wait to go to jail. It was impossible for him to believe that an old man with terminal cancer who was already at the end of his life could be cured by a few acupuncture needles in just 10 minutes. This was definitely not in line with science and modern technology. Unless this world was crazy. He really didn't understand. If this Qin Yijuan believed him, he could still understand. Why would this Qin family's patriarch, Qin Yuan, believe him? And the head of the Mu family also came. That person obviously used stimulants. If he used it, he could temporarily make old Master Qin look like he was fine, but the damage to his body would be doubled. Of course, he wouldn't dare to use it because he would definitely be found out. Lin Xian glanced at that person but did not speak. He was too lazy to speak. I'm going for a smoke. Lin Xian walked to the smoking area of the hospital. You guys keep an eye on him. He might want to escape. At this moment, Qin Yuan was a little flustered. Could it be that he smoked to escape? He wasn't sure. He believed in his brother, but what if his brother was also deceived? After all, to be honest, this matter was hard for anyone to accept and believe. Mu Hao nodded at Qin Yuan. Qin Yuan sighed and didn't care anymore. Hey! Qin Yijuan found Lin Xian and walked over after greeting him. Yo, does your nai have a bruise? Lin Xian smiled and asked. Qin Yijuan. Bastard. She gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian. But to her now, this was not important at the moment. Lin Xian, I don't know you well, but I want to hear the truth. My grandfather's illness. 10,000 words of truth won't be as convincing as a medical report, right? Lin Xian smiled and said. Qin Yijuan didn't speak. Qin Yijuan leaned against the window on the 5th floor and looked into the distance. Then, she asked Lin Xian, who was beside her, what exactly is your fever? Sister, you're still asking? Qin Yijuan said, I found something very interesting. What? Lin Xian looked at her. Back then, the person who reported that someone fell to his death was actually a servant from the Shenyuan family. This is quite interesting. Did the Shenyuan family's servant report the case under the Shenyuan family's orders? Lin Xian pinched her butt. You. She gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian. If this wasn't the hospital, and if her father wasn't nearby, she would really have hit him. This person, how could he be so daring? Wasn't he afraid of her identity? To put it simply, she was the captain of the criminal investigation team. To put it simply, she was from the family of the founding fathers of the country. He knew that. But Qin Yijuan found some information about Lin Xian. Plus, her grandfather did seem to be fine just now. This made her choose to believe that this Lin Xian had a way to save her grandfather. The Shenyuan family was one of the top families in the country. The current top earner was a member of the Shenyuan family. That was how exaggerated it was. And if the Shenyuan family wanted to kill Lin Xian back then, that meant that Lin Xian definitely had an extraordinary identity. Your nai is still the most fun. Lin Xian grinned at her. Will my grandfather be fine? Qin Yijuan asked. Sister, won't we know when the medical report is out? Lin Xian touched his forehead. I want to hear it from you. Qin Yijuan looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful red eyes. He's already fine, Lin Xian said. Oh. Qin Yijuan, thank you. You believe it? I believe it for no reason. What if it's fake? Then I'll kill you even if I have to go to jail. Lin Xian. How do you know my father? Qin Yijuan took out a handkerchief to wipe her tears and asked, I don't know him. I just got to know him. Qin Yijuan was confused. Then why is my father willing to believe you? Maybe it's because I know Uncle Mu. Nonsense. You met Qingya and she already treated you like a kidnapper. How could you know Uncle Mu? Based on her understanding, this should be the effect of knowing someone for a long time. I'm not talking to you anymore. Either get on the bed or stop talking nonsense. Lin Xian then walked out. Where are you going? Either get on the bed or stop talking nonsense. Qin Yijuan frowned as she watched Lin Xian leave the hospital. Did he run away or what? She didn't know. Director, that kid ran away. A nurse ran to Lu Jiming and shouted, What? Lu Jiming shouted, then hurriedly said, Mr. Qin, is there anything to be suspicious about? Lu Jiming frowned. Didn't his daughter go over? How could he let him run away? At this moment, Qin Yijuan walked over. Miss Qin, I suggest that we arrest him directly, Lu Jiming said. Arrest him for what? Director, the medical report is out. The hospital director hurriedly said. What's the result? Another nurse took a look and said, the cancer cells are gone. His body functions are normal. Everyone. Chapter 1485. To be honest, it was really shocking. It wasn't just Qin Yijuan, even Qin Yuan's heart was pounding. However, when he heard the result, he was shocked and excited. How is that possible? How is that possible? Lu Jiming, the hospital specialists, the director, and the deputy director all stared at the report with wide eyes. There's no mistake, right? No, we were also very surprised at first and specially did 2 checkups. The results were exactly the same. Director, old Master Qin's body was clearly so weak just now. What happened? Why is he fine? It's fine that the cancer cells are gone, but his other body functions have returned to normal and he's very energetic, the nurse asked, puzzled. Gasp. The few of them gasped. Godly doctor, godly doctor. The director shouted in shock. Then, he looked at Qin Yuan and said, Mr. Qin, I apologize for being blind. That young man just now. Do you know him? If it's possible, he can even change the entire world. If his treatment method can be spread, then millions of cancer patients will be cured. He knew too well how scary this matter was. The whole world would pay attention to it. He didn't expect that person to give him anything. If that person could be in their hospital in name, then... Qin Yuan smiled and shook his head. Qin Yijuan was completely stunned on the spot. I told you, I'm fine now. Qin Jiangwo walked over. Grandpa. Qin Yijuan rushed over. Oh, my good granddaughter. Qin Jiangwo smiled and hugged Qin Yijuan. Whoa. This time, Qin Yijuan cried because she was too emotional. Everyone knew that this was a terminal illness. But in a desperate situation, Lin Xian actually cured her grandfather. Don't cry. Grandpa is fine now, isn't he? Where's Xiao Xian? Qin Jiangwo glanced at him. I think he left, Qin Yuan said. Bastard. Qin Jiangwo scolded. You haven't thanked him, how could he leave? How do you contact him? Qin Yuan lowered his head and shook it. Trash. You. Qin Jiangwo pointed at Qin Yuan, trembling in anger. Dad, Mu Hao knows him. Qin Yuan wiped his forehead and said quickly. How? You know Xiao Xian? Mu Hao nodded proudly. Yes, he's the son-in-law of the Mu family. Qin Jiangwo. Good. It's definitely a blessing for the Mu family to have such a son-in-law. Qin Jiangwo nodded and praised. That's also Qingya's luck. Mu Hao nodded. Indeed. Qin Yijuan felt that there was something fishy going on here. Oh right, Mu Qingya looking for a fake boyfriend and she found Lin Xiao Xian? Qin's real? No problem, Qin Jiangwo, Qin Jiangwo's Qin Jiangwo, Qin Yuan's Qin. The Qin Jiangwo. Of course, he knew that old Master Qin wanted to have a chat with Lin Xian. Then, they walked away while chatting and laughing, leaving behind a group of stunned doctors. Qin Yijuan really felt that she had to get in touch with this Lin Xian. This Lin Xian was simply too mysterious. So strange. This person was full of mysteries. At this moment, Lin Xian arrived outside the Mu Group's building. Lin Xian raised his head and looked at the huge Mu Group. It's really not small. Lin Xian sighed inwardly. Why did he come here? He came here to kiss his baby Qingya and check on the progress of the projects he was going to do. After all, Lin Xian's mission to earn 100 billion depended on this. Lin Xian had to finish it as soon as possible and reach the mysterious heaven realm. As long as he reached the mysterious heaven realm, he would have spiritual power. Then, Lin Xian would be able to use laws and domains. These laws and domains might be very difficult for Earth's martial artists to master, so Lin Xian might be invincible. Lin Xian then walked over. "Captain, this is today's lunch." At the entrance of the Mu group, a young man in his early 20s wearing a security uniform ran over and handed a packed meal to a middle-aged man. "I said to bring the meal over at 11 o'clock. What time is it now?" "It's already 11:20 o'clock." The security captain took the packed meal and scolded, then walked away. Crack, crack, crack. The man clenched his fists and wiped his eyes. Life was not easy. Not only did he have to pay for lunch every day, but he also had to be reprimanded like this. If it was in the past, he would have resigned long ago. But, although it was easy to find a job as a security guard, the benefits of working as a security guard in the Mu group were really good. Other security guards normally earned 3,000 yuan a month, but the security guards in the Mu group could earn 6,000 yuan a month. There was also the cafeteria. Other than the cafeteria, he had to swipe his card to order food, but it was not expensive. It only cost 8 or 10 yuan. There was also meat. He was reluctant to leave this job because after graduating from junior high school, what other job could he find? The salary at the construction site might be higher, but... Sigh. Zhang Yong sighed, then put on the security hat and stood there. Lin Xian walked over. "Sorry, idle people are not allowed to enter." Zhang Yong stopped Lin Xian. Lin Xian glanced at him, then his eyes suddenly lit up. "Zhang Yong?" Zhang Yong was still holding back the tears of being beaten up by society. When he heard this, he paid special attention to Lin Xian. Lin Xian? His eyes widened, although they looked like 3 years later, but he recognized him. F***CK. Lin Xian. It's really you? Zhang Yang's eyes widened, and then he gave Lin Xian a bear hug. Lin Xian also did not expect to meet Zhang Yong here. When he came to Earth, he also wanted to find Zhang Yong, but he did not expect to meet him here. F***CK. Lin Xian, aren't you F***King dead? Zhang Yong let go of Lin Xian, and then touched Lin Xian's face. A few girls who had just entered the company passed by. When they saw this scene, they all shuddered. Pervert. They quickly ran in. F***CK. How could I be dead? Fake news, it's all fake news. Ha ha ha, as long as you're fine, then why didn't you F***King look for me? It's been 3 years, and you always found me to play a few games. I really thought you were dead. Zhang Yong laughed. Something came up. You, on the other hand, after 3 years, you've become a B***starred? Lin Xian smiled and looked at Zhang Yong. Sigh. Zhang Yong sighed helplessly. You know, I don't have much ability other than playing. I want to find a good job, but the salary is not high. Fortunately, this job is okay, the young master pays well. Let's go, I'll help you get a promotion and a raise. Let's not do this. Lin Xian laughed and hugged his shoulder. Chapter 1486. Zhang Yong was dumbfounded. Lin Xian helped him get a promotion and a raise? Brother, are you okay? Zhang Yong touched Lin Xian's forehead. He did not know what Lin Xian had been doing for the past 3 years, but he was sure that he was not in the Mu group. If he was not in the Mu group, he would not have gotten a promotion and a raise. Lin Xian took his hand away. What the F***CK? Let me ask you, do you still want to do what you wanted to do in the past? Lin Xian smiled and looked at Zhang Yong. Lin Xian was really happy to see Zhang Yong. What I wanted to do in the past, you mean, to be a boss? Zhang Yong smiled helplessly. Sigh, I was young when I was young. I thought I could be a boss no matter what, collecting money every day, playing everywhere, wandering everywhere. But when I stepped into society, sigh, I realized that it was a luxury to want to earn more. Lin Xian put his arm around his shoulder and smiled. Let's go, brother, fulfill your dream. You? Zhang Yang looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian, don't tell me you've made a meteoric rise in the past 3 years? It doesn't look like it. Zhang Yang tidied up Lin Xian's clothes. What brand is this? Random brand. Do you trust me? F***CK. You're the person I trust the most other than my family. Especially after I stepped into society, I realized what kind of people I've been with in society. Zhang Yang sighed. Then let's go. Okay. Here. Zhang Yang handed Lin Xian a cigarette. The two smoked and walked inside with their arms around each other's shoulders. F***CK. Zhang Yang, what are you doing? Did you leave your post without permission? I'll deduct 600 yuan this month. The captain sat there eating and saw Zhang Yang walk past him. He stood up and pointed at Zhang Yang while cursing. F***CK. Zhang Yang gritted his teeth but did not dare to say anything. Lin Xian glanced at him. Wang Meng walked over. Who are you? Do you have an appointment? You can't enter without an appointment. Lin Xian shook his head. No. No? Zhang Yang, what the F***CK are you looking at? Get back to your post. Ka. Zhang Yang clenched his fist tightly. Understood. Captain. Lin Xian looked up at the huge building in front of him and said, Wait, let me make a call. Make the call outside. Lin Xian walked back with Zhang Yang, and Lin Xian dialed Mu Qingya's number. Wife, why don't you come down and pick me up? I can't go in. Mu Qingya was stunned when she heard Lin Xian's words. Wife. Bastard. All right, I'll be right there. Zhang Yang looked at Lin Xian excitedly. F***CK. Lin Xian, you're married? Mother ***, you didn't even look for me when you got married. Zhang Yang punched Lin Xian's chest. Not yet. She's just my girlfriend. Lin Xian smiled. Oh, then you must look for me when you get married. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Don't worry. So you're friends. Wang Meng walked over and smiled disdainfully. Who the hell was this Zhang Yang? That was to say, the friends around him were not worth shit at all. Looking for a girlfriend? It was simple. He probably had a female employee in the Mu group who was his girlfriend. Zhang Yang did not feel sad about the deduction of 600 yuan because he met Lin Xian. He thought it was good to spend 600 yuan to meet Lin Xian. Wang Meng smiled disdainfully and then walked away. He was too lazy to pay attention to this kind of trash. Lin Xian glanced at him and then asked Zhang Yang, Is this the security captain? Zhang Yang nodded. How much is his monthly salary? The security captain's monthly salary is 20,000 yuan. The Mu group has the best treatment in this regard. He's usually very fierce and deducts my salary when he has nothing to do. I'm the one who gives him lunch every day and he has never given me any money. But I have no choice. After all, I don't have a degree. It's not easy to find a job that pays 6,000 to 7,000 yuan a month. Zhang Yang sighed and looked at Lin Xian. What have you been doing for the past 3 years? I've been relying on women to survive. F***CK. Are you a prostitute? Lin Xian. F***CK off. Lin Xian smiled and rolled his eyes. Let's go and have a drink later. This? I still have work to do. Let's do it tonight. Lin Xian smiled. If I say you can, then you can. Zhang Yang scratched his head. At this time, a very beautiful girl in a white shirt, black business suit, and a tight skirt walked out of the building. Hey, that's the boss of our group. She's also a very famous beauty in Jiangnan City. She has pursuers all over the country. She's here today. Zhang Yang looked at Mu Qingya from afar. Didn't she come out before? Zhang Yang shook his head. I saw her occasionally. But I only saw her driving by. I rarely saw her come out like this. Boss Mu. Wang Meng hurried over and bowed. Mu Qingya came to Lin Xian and Zhang Yang. looking at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Honey, let me in. Lin Xian grinned at Mu Qingya. Mu Qingya, Hu Zhongyang. Come with me. Mu Qingya said. Wang Meng. Okay. Let's go. Lin Xian led the confused Zhang Yang into the room. Lin Xian, she. Lin Xian smiled. She's my wife. Zhang Yang. What the F***CK? Lin Xian led Zhang Yang to Mu Qingya and smiled. Qingya, he's my friend. Mu Qingya glanced at Zhang Yang. I remember you. You've been here for 2 years, right? Zhang Yang swallowed his saliva and nodded. Little Qingya, when the time comes, let him keep an eye on my beauty project. Mu Qingya nodded slightly and walked forward. It's up to you. Zhang Yang. Lin Xian looked at Zhang Yang with a smile and said, when the time comes, you will be the general manager. I will ask her to give you the shares. As for the security captain just now, you can do whatever you want. However, you cannot mess with the company's affairs. Zhang Yang swallowed his saliva. Lin Xian. Lin Xian smiled. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. What the F***CK? Lin Xian, you're so awesome. Zhang Yang was so excited. They walked into the building together. In the beautiful hall, Mu Qingya sat there drinking coffee. President Mu. President Mu. Some passers-by saluted. Lin Xian led Zhang Yang to sit in front of her. President Mu. Mu Qingya's assistant handed her some documents. Mu Qingya took out a few sheets. Fill in this information. After filling it out, there's a general manager's office on the 25th floor. You can go there for the time being. I'll arrange a secretary for you. I'll hand over the rest of the work to you later. Zhang Yang, this? Zhang Yang looked at Lin Xian and said, Lin Xian, this is too big. I don't have the ability. I'll just be the security captain. I'm satisfied. Chapter 1487. Zhang Yang was really shocked. He had not seen Lin Xian for 3 years. How did he become such a powerful person when he came back? His previous dream had come true, while he himself was still a small security guard with no achievements. Lin Xian patted him on the shoulder and said, I believe in you. Zhang Yang looked at Lin Xian excitedly. Lin Xian, thank you. Otherwise, I really don't know what to do. In fact, there was another reason why he was reluctant to give up this job. His father had an accident at the construction site, and now he was the only pillar of the family. Go ahead. Let's have lunch and drink together later. Okay. Zhang Yang filled in the information and was then taken upstairs by Mu Qingya's beautiful assistant. The position of general manager is indeed a bit too high. He has no diploma, no experience, and knows nothing. Mu Qingya stirred the coffee and looked at Lin Xian. He's my brother. I know. That's why I agreed. After all, the project Lin Xian wanted to do was under the name of Mu Group. The money that could be made from this project was unimaginable. In fact, it was not a big deal to just pay him a salary. Don't worry about him. He's a good person. You know better than me in this regard. I haven't seen him for several years. Mu Qingya nodded. Many people were passing by and looking at them curiously. Hey, who's the person opposite President Mu? I don't know. He doesn't look special. But do you know? President Mu just went out to pick him up personally. Is he a business partner? No, he's not. President Mu didn't greet the top 500 companies in the past. He also waited in the office. Did you notice? President Mu's assistant just took the security guard upstairs. What's she doing? Sure, I know. That man is President Mu's boyfriend. What? It's true. When I came in, I saw President Mu pick him up. I wanted to call her President Mu, but I suddenly heard the man call her his wife. I was stunned. Damn. Is this for real? It seems that this man may look ordinary, but he might not be that simple. Honey, do you want to have dinner with me tonight? Lin Xian reached out his hand with a smile and put it on Mu Qingya's slender hand on the table. F***CK, F***CK, F***CK. Look. There's nothing to be suspicious about now, my God. This man is not handsome. Why did Chairman Mu choose him? It's quite strange. Hey, what do you think the young master of the Lin family will do if he knows about this? The young master of the Lin family they were talking about was the young master of the Lin family, an ancient martial arts family. He was also Mu Qingya's #1 pursuer. Ordinary people might only know that the Lin family's business was ranked in the top 50 of the world's top 500, but those who were knowledgeable also knew that the Lin family was an hidden ancient martial arts family. What everyone saw was the superficial Lin family, but it was not the real Lin family. Mu Qingya was about to withdraw her hand unhappily. Xiao Qingya, if you pull your hand back and someone sees it, and if it reaches Uncle Mu's ears. Lin Xian smirked. You. Mu Qingya gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian. Haha. Mu Qingya pulled her hand back and stirred the coffee. There was nothing wrong with this, right? A batch of the materials you requested has arrived. The factory has also been vacated. I've also vacated the employees. They're all waiting. I've also spent several times the market salary to poach them over. They're just waiting for you. When can we start? Lin Xian said, tomorrow. Get everything ready today, and I'll go to the factory tomorrow. The formula won't be leaked, right? Mu Qingya looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Lin Xian said, don't worry, it's not that easy. Okay, is there anything else? Mu Qingya asked. Yes, I want to see my wife at work. Mu Qingya shook her head, got up and walked upstairs, and Lin Xian followed her happily. Then they came to Mu Qingya's office. There was nothing special about the office. It was very formal, except for the smell of her perfume. President Mu. The girl with big eyes who looked to be in her early 20s greeted him. Is it ready? The assistant nodded. It's ready. The rest is up to President Mu. Also, as the new general manager, we need to hold a board meeting to announce it. The Mu family owned more than 70% of the shares of the Mu Group. Therefore, the general manager was usually arranged by the board of directors, but because the Mu family owned too much of the shares, they could make the decision directly. No, just make an announcement in the company. I have other things to do now. You can leave now. Yes. She glanced at Lin Xian and walked out. Qingya, I'll be living in your house from now on. I hope you have a good room. Mu Qingya. She looked up at Lin Xian. I've talked to Uncle Mu. Anyway, I don't have a place to live now. Uncle Mu will let me live in your house and sleep with you. Mu Qingya. Damn it. Lin Xian you. I didn't suggest it. I swear. Lin Xian raised his hand. Phew. Mu Qingya took a deep breath. What should she do? She found someone to pretend to be her boyfriend and now they were living together? Living together was fine, but living in the same room? She was dumbfounded. By the way, I'll find a way to cure your heart disease and Uncle Mu's heart disease during this period of time. I can cure both of you. Mu Qingya was shocked. Have you done with the cancer treatment this morning? Lin Xian nodded. It's done. Mu Qingya still found it hard to accept. This was completely beyond her understanding. Thank you. How do you want to thank me? Don't you have to agree to be my girlfriend? Lin Xian asked with a smile. You can ask Fei Fei. She's playful and pretty. If she's interested in you, she's a good choice. Mu Qingya used her sister as a shield. She can't. She's not as good as you. Lin Xian walked over and put his hand on her leg. Mu Qingya's body suddenly trembled. Don't go too far. She quickly moved her leg to the side. Tut tut tut. Lin Xian lowered his head and looked at her. She was so beautiful. Lin Xian needed something to cure her heart disease. It happened that he didn't have it on Earth. However, Lin Xian might have to go through some ancient martial arts families to get it. At this moment, the beautiful assistant knocked on the door and walked in. President Mu, President Lin is here. Mu Qingya frowned. Chapter 1488. Mr. Lin was Mu Qingya's #1 pursuer, the eldest son of the Lin family, Lin Tian. This Lin Tian should be considered as one of the most outstanding people on earth. He had an impressive background and was even a warrior from a top ancient martial arts family. For him, there was no woman who was not good enough for him, except for those who might be more powerful than the Lin family. Mu Qingya was very beautiful, especially her aura. She was in control of a billion-dollar corporation in her 20s, which was built by her. Before she took over the Mu family, the Mu family's assets were only 1 billion. This kind of woman was Lin Tian's favorite. Lin Tian. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows and looked over. It's okay. You can leave for a while. Mu Qingya looked at Lin Xian and said, Why should I leave? You are my wife. Why should I leave? The mouth of the pretty assistant beside her was wide open. No way. Is he really President Mu's boyfriend? Lin Tian's identity is not ordinary. I'll just send him away. Mu Qingya stood up. She ignored the way Lin Xian called her. Let's go together. Lin Xian put his arm around Mu Qingya's waist. The assistant next to her opened her mouth. Well, she had nothing to doubt. You. Mu Qingya gritted her teeth and tried to take Lin Xian's hand away. Even though he was holding her, his hand was still touching her. President Mu, I'll leave first. The assistant ran away with her head down. Let go of me. Mu Qingya was speechless. Say, you can't get angry at this Lin Xian. You really want to slap him, no, not just once. But you can't bring yourself to do it. No. The Lin family is very powerful. I can send him away. If you show up, it will be a different matter. It may be dangerous. Lin Xian looked at her and said, What? Do you want to keep the fact that you have a boyfriend a secret? And then you can hook up with other rich men? Bah scum. Mu Qingya. Firstly, we're not in a relationship. Secondly, it's none of your business whether I hook up with rich guys or not. Thirdly, I'm not a scumbag. Lin Xian stretched out his hand and said, First, you're my girlfriend. Since we're sleeping together, I'll sleep in your room every day. Second, Uncle Mu has already acknowledged me as his son-in-law. Third, you're a scumbag. Mu Qingya. Who? She took a deep breath. Lin Xian was infuriating her. Then don't cause trouble. He's very powerful and can easily destroy the Mu group. Mu Qingya said, You're talking about capital? Yes, and more than that. Lin Xian smiled and said, Then when my stuff goes on sale, do you think we can crush them in terms of capital, or do you think they can crush us? The former. Then what are you afraid of? That's your money. Mu Qingya said lightly. You're my wife. What's mine is yours. I'm not. Lin Xian sat on the chair and patted his leg. Sit down. Are you crazy? Hurry up. Lin Xian patted his leg again. Mu Qingya straightened her clothes, ignored Lin Xian, and prepared to leave. At this moment, Lin Xian reached out his hand and pulled her onto his lap, hugging her tightly. Lin Xian, you. Shoo. I'm coming. Click. At this time, someone knocked on the office door and opened it. A man in a suit and holding a bouquet of expensive flowers walked over with Mu Qingya's assistant, chatting and laughing. Ha ha ha, you're right. Your CEO Mu's personality is indeed like that. So, I'm willing to spend more time and energy to pursue her. I'm willing to invest all my feelings, as long as she can feel my sincerity. Lin Tian hadn't finished speaking when his pupils suddenly constricted. A man was sitting on Mu Qingya's chair and Mu Qingya was sitting on his lap. He couldn't see Mu Qingya's expression because Mu Qingya's back was to him, but he could see that the two were kissing. F***CKU. In that instant, his mind exploded. Mu Qingya, This is Mu Qingya. You can say that she is ordinary, but she is not ordinary at all. Her appearance, her ability, even his father praised Mu Qingya's ability. Ever since her appearance at the press conference, she has become popular all over the country. She has countless admirers and was even called the most beautiful CEO in history. Not to mention Lin Tian, even the other top families have admirers of her. So Lin Tian thought that he must get Mu Qingya as soon as possible. However, such a woman was actually kissing an unknown man in the office. If I came over later, would you guys be able to do something at the desk? But why? Mu Qingya was upset. Her first kiss was gone. It was gone. She pushed Lin Xian away and hurriedly got up from Lin Xian's lap. She straightened her messy hair and looked at Lin Tian with her beautiful eyes. Sorry, I forgot myself. Young Master Lin, please sit down. Mu Qingya was Mu Qingya after all. At least on the surface, she regained her composure in an instant. Lin Tian's expression was terrible, especially when he had a bouquet of flowers in his hand. Mu Qingya cursed Lin Xian 10,000 times in her heart. Ha ha ha. Lin Tian smiled and then sat down. Xiao Shui, pour me some tea. No need. President Mu, have you found a boyfriend? Lin Tian smiled and said. Yes, I have. Mu Qingya nodded. Ha ha ha. Lin Tian smiled. Then I'm really happy for President Mu. Then, he looked at Lin Xian. Strange. He looked ordinary, wasn't handsome, and was wearing clothes of inferior brands that he had never seen before. Logically speaking, how could he pursue Mu Qingya? Damn it! Lin Tian stood up and walked to Lin Xian. He stretched out his hand and said, Hello, I'm Lin Tian. Lin Xian. Lin Xian shook his hand. Brother Lin Xian, you're really amazing. President Mu is the dream lover of many people. I didn't expect these people to lose to someone they don't even know. Lin Tian smiled and looked at Lin Xian. Not bad. Lin Xian lit a cigarette but didn't try to pass one to Lin Tian. But Lin Tian frowned. Why did the Lin Xian in front of him give him a familiar feeling? He couldn't remember, but he had this feeling. Lin Xian had some impression of this Lin Xian in front of him. He was a dog of the Shenyuan family and had done a lot of things for the Shenyuan family. Moreover, Lin Xian had a grudge against this Lin family. This Lin family was not Lin Xian's family. Lin Xian's family was just an ordinary small family. Young Master Lin, why are you here? Mu Qingya asked indifferently. Chapter 1489. They all knew why Lin Tian was here. Haha, I'm just here to see Chairman Mu. Oh, then why did you bring flowers? Lin Xian asked with a smile. It's a gift for Chairman Mu, but it doesn't seem necessary now. He then threw the flowers directly into the trash can next to him. Mu Qingya frowned. Lin Xian was obviously provoking him on purpose. This was not good. Lin Xian laughed, then smoked a cigarette and said, Is there anything else, young Master Lin? If not, please go back. My wife and I still have things to do. With that, Lin Xian walked to Mu Qingya's side and took her hand. Mu Qingya. Ha ha ha, there's nothing else. Lin Tian smiled, then turned around and walked away. However, the moment he turned around, his eyes became extremely vicious. Why did you provoke him? Mu Qingya shook off Lin Xian's hand. She didn't need to provoke Lin Xian. She could have just sent Lin Tian away, but this Lin Xian was provoking Lin Tian. I'm not afraid of him. The Lin family is an ancient martial arts family. In addition to having extremely strong capital, the Lin family also has some very powerful martial artists. If he wants to do something, you can't stop him. Mu Qingya frowned and looked at Lin Xian. How do you know I can't stop him? Good girl, you still want a kiss. You. Mu Qingya pointed at Lin Xian angrily and finally shook off his hand helplessly. At this moment, Lin Tian arrived outside the Mu group. He took out his phone and made a call. Contact all the companies in Huaxia that you can and ask them to suppress the Mu Group. I want the Mu Group to go bankrupt in a week. Lin Tian's eyes were vicious. He couldn't do anything to the top 500 companies in the world, but in this big Huaxia, the Lin family's prestige and voice were still very high. Regardless of whether the other party was willing or not, at the very least, they would still give this face. Even if they didn't want to give it, they wouldn't dare to not give it. The operation between companies could be said to be difficult, but it could also be said to be simple. No matter how big a company was, it had to rely on the market and competition with its peers. Everything was related to the survival of a company. To put it simply, Mu Qingya's company mainly focused on skincare and luxury products and was quite famous in China. If it caused a certain impact to the reputation of the Mu Group, or it could be said that all the major companies and groups had invested in various aspects to suppress the Mu Group. The simplest reason was that the Mu Group's partners had all stopped working with them and their direct sales stores had all stopped working with them, and the Mu Group's online business platform had banned the Mu Group from being on the shelves. In this way, the Mu Group's goods could only be piled up. In just a few days, this huge company would face collapse. And the Lin family had the ability to do so. Even if it wasn't enough, he could still go to the Shenyuan family. This kind of small matter was very simple. Mu Qingya, you should know in your heart that you can only compromise. If you don't compromise, then you'll be doomed. You actually dared to have a boyfriend after being pursued by me. You even flirted with him when you knew that I was here. Then don't blame me. I'll turn this phoenix into a sparrow and make you beg me. Lin Tian's eyes were vicious. As for Lin Xian, he clenched his fists. You don't have to exist in this world anymore. Although this was a society ruled by law, for some special forces, no matter what you do, even if you blow up the Mu She Group and cause countless deaths and injuries, as long as you can't find out, as long as the people don't know, then what can't you do? It was just killing a person. That was a simple matter. A day passed just like that. Lin Xian and Zhang Yang had a drink and then went back to the Mu family with Mu Qingya. In the Mu family, Qin Yijuan and her family were also here as guests. Lin Xian, I finally see you again. When Qin Jiangwo saw Lin Xian, he couldn't help but walk over with a smile and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. Old Master Qin, you're really strong now. Lin Xian said with a smile. Of course I'm strong now that my body has recovered. Mu Qingya was stunned for a moment. Grandpa Qin, what's wrong with your body? Mu Qingya asked hurriedly. Qingya lass, you're really lucky to have met such a good kid like Xiao Xian. He easily cured this old man's terminal cancer. Qin Jiangwo laughed. Mu Qingya. The person her father took Lin Xian to for treatment was old Master Qin? What? And Lin Xian really cured this person? She glanced at Lin Xian next to her. Qingya, it's not that I didn't tell you. I only found out today. Qin Yijuan walked over and held her hand. Mu Qingya nodded. It's good that you're fine. Qin Yijuan looked at Lin Xian. Today, she went to work again. This time, she asked a friend of hers to investigate Lin Xian. This time, she found something special. Lin Xian once had a girlfriend, and this girlfriend turned out to be from the Dongfang family. As for who in the Dongfang family it was, she didn't know and couldn't find out. But it was unbelievable that he could have a relationship with the Dongfang family. Her grandfather was one of the founding fathers of the country, but at this level, the Qin family was not qualified to be mentioned in the same breath as the Dongfang family. Because families like the Dongfang family and the Shenyuan family might have existed for thousands of years and existed since ancient times. It was not an exaggeration to say that they created this country. So, it was very shocking. Then, was his death because of this reason? Was it really done by the Shenyuan family? It was unimaginable. But this person was definitely not an ordinary person. As for why he couldn't even afford a phone at that time, who knew? She had to get to know him more and find out who he was. Where's Fei? Mu Qingya asked. That girl has been fooling around outside all day long. Now, No one knows where she has run off to. Zhang Ting put the dishes on the table and said. Then, she saw Lin Xian and immediately beamed. Xian, sit down. Qingya, get Xian some water. Oh. Qin Yijuan glanced at Mu Qingya. Based on her understanding of Mu Qingya, the two of them were definitely pretending to be a couple. But she heard that they slept together. It was probably because they didn't have any other choice. Hey, I have something to tell you. Qin Yijuan elbowed Lin Xian. There was nothing to hide. Everyone heard and saw. What kind of shameful things could they have said? It was impossible. Lin Xian actually wanted to find her and see if he could use her channels to investigate Dongfang Shui's current situation. Even if it was the Dongfang family, the information should have been recorded in the files, right? Chapter 1490. Lin Xian and Qin Yijuan went out. Mu Feifei quietly lifted Mu Qingya's hand with her hand. Mu Qingya looked at Mu Feifei in confusion. Then Mu Feifei whispered in Mu Qingya's ear, Sister, you are going to be cheated on by your best friend. Mu Qingya, what are you thinking about all day long? She patted Mu Feifei's head. Mu Feifei covered her head and whispered, It's true. Okay, don't talk. Eat something. Mu Qingya stuffed Mu Feifei's mouth with something and looked out of the window inexplicably. In the yard outside. What? Lin Xian reached out with a smile and pinched Qin Yijuan's but hard. Qin Yijuan. You. She subconsciously wanted to give Lin Xian a slap. How could this person be so bold? Was he crazy? Okay. Indeed, she owed him a huge favor. Even if he stripped her naked now, she couldn't do anything about it, nor could she sue him. Damn it. Damn it. Can you not be like this? Even if I do this, what can you do to me? Phew. She took a deep breath and looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. I've investigated you. And then? And then I found that you are more or less related to the most powerful family, Dongfang and Shenyuan. Qin Yijuan said. Wow, you've investigated me in detail. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. You are definitely not an ordinary person. You couldn't afford 5,000 yuan not because you were poor. There must be other reasons. Can you tell me? Lin Xian shook his head. Not yet. Then when? When you're naked on my bed. Qin Yijuan. You are so lecherous. Take off Qingya's clothes. Qin Yijuan rolled her eyes. You have to take them off. Ha ha ha, how many men do you want to date? Qin Yijuan chuckled. Hey, do me a favor. Speak. Can you check on someone through your unit? Who? Dongfang Shui. Lin Xian. Qin Yijuan frowned. Could it be someone from the Dongfang family? Lin Xian nodded. I've checked. You had a girlfriend in the Dongfang family? She was Dongfang Shui? Why don't you go yourself then? I understand. Did something happen to you, and then you're wanted by that family, and you don't dare to go? Qin Yijuan suddenly realized. This made sense. In any case, Lin Xian was definitely related to such a top-notch family. As for what kind of relationship it wasn't important. Since he didn't want to go but asked her to investigate, it meant that he didn't dare to go. More or less. Qin Yijuan looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Strange. What kind of identity does this Dongfang Shui have that you're wanted by them? I'll help you investigate her current situation. Of course, the prerequisite is that she has traces of her life. For example, she's appeared in public before, or she's been online before. If she doesn't, then it won't be easy to investigate. Lin Xian nodded. Okay, when can you tell me? Tomorrow afternoon. Then I'll go to your place tomorrow afternoon. That's fine. Alright, according to the records, you fell off a cliff and died 3 years ago. Was it done by one of those top-notch families? Qin Yijuan looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Why are you asking so many questions? I'll bang Qingya tonight, and I'll bang you tomorrow night. Bang your mother. Lin Xian. Qin Yijuan cursed and walked away. This Lin Xian was indeed not simple. Could it be that he was also from a top-notch family? No, the only powerful family was the Lin family, and he wasn't a member of the Lin family. Moreover, the records about his family were quite simple. Early the next morning, Lin Xian took a taxi and went to Qin Yijuan's place. Well, of course, he slept with his Qingya last night, but they didn't do anything. He just took advantage of her a little. Sister. Bang. Mu Feifei kicked open the door of Mu Qingya's room. What are you doing? Mu Qingya had just changed and was about to go to the company. That Lin Xian, she pointed outside and said. He took a taxi to Qin Yijuan's place early in the morning. You were cheated on. Mu Qingya. I was pretending to be his girlfriend. How could I be cheated on? Mu Qingya shook her head helplessly. Oh, then who sucked on the strawberry on your neck? Mu Qingya. At first, Mu Feifei also thought that they were pretending, but later, she felt that something was wrong. I pinched it myself to make Mom and Dad believe me. Mu Qingya hurriedly said. That bastard Lin Xian sucked on the strawberry last night. That person was really lecherous. But that wasn't the point. The point was he not afraid of anything? The first thing he did was to pin her down and grope her. Oh. Mu Feifei looked at it. Something was wrong. This was obviously not a result of a pinch. If Lin Xian did something with Qin Yijuan, will you be angry? Why would I be angry? I have nothing to do with him. You slept together. That was an act. Okay, hypocritical woman. Mu Feifei muttered and ran away. You. Mu Qingya shook her head helplessly. Mu Feifei sat in the living room and was very annoyed. She didn't know why she was so annoyed. She just felt very uncomfortable. No, I have to go and see. Then she got up, picked up a small bag and slipped out. Where did Feifei go? Zhong Ting glanced at her. Mu Hao shook his head helplessly. This girl is funny, but she knows her limits. It's okay. On the other side, Qin Yijuan yawned and stirred her coffee as she sat in front of her computer. To be honest, it was really difficult to find information on a top family like that. She came over after dinner last night. She could find some information, but what she found might not be true. Later, she troubled the provincial police and connected to their system, but it was still useless. In the end, she used all kinds of connections and finally received information about the provincial police this morning. Then, she connected to their system. Now, she just started to look. F*CK? The first thing she looked into was none other than that Dongfang Shui. Lin Xian's ex-girlfriend was quite important. When she saw the photos, she finally understood why Lin Xian was so obsessed with Dongfang Shui. She was so beautiful. She thought she was also very beautiful, and Mu Qingya was also very beautiful, but she felt a little ashamed after seeing a few photos of Dongfang Shui. So beautiful. She took a sip of coffee and looked again. No way. Her beautiful eyes widened. This Dongfang Shui was the daughter of the Dongfang family? She was the only daughter of the head of the Dongfang family, and the only daughter of the head of the Dongfang family. This was a little scary. This Lin Xian and the only daughter of the head of the Dongfang family were in a relationship? Qin Yijuan sat in front of her computer in a daze. Chapter 1491. She felt that it was unbelievable. So this Lin Xian fell in love with the daughter of such a top family, but he didn't have any background. This caused the Dongfang family to definitely not agree, so Qin Yijuan sat there and pondered. To be honest, her guess made her feel that Lin Xian was actually a pitiful person, just like some plots in TV dramas. To be honest, she sympathized with him. But now that he was so perverted, was he pretending to be himself? No, he was really perverted. If he was a gentleman, he could pretend to be himself, but he definitely wouldn't touch her. But this person really touched you while chatting, so he was really perverted, so she didn't sympathize with him that much. And then, Qin Yijuan realized that something was wrong. Why has there been no trace of her activity for 3 years? Then, Qin Yijuan carefully checked again. That's right, in 3 years, there was no trace of her activity, no record of her online shopping, no place where the public could see, and no registration information. She even checked some mobile games and the like, but there were no login records in 3 years. This feeling was as if she had evaporated from the world, exactly like Lin Xian. It was just that Lin Xian was listed as dead, but she was still listed as living a normal life. But was this normal? Not having any records for 3 years was already abnormal. Nothing could have happened to her. She was the daughter of the Dongfang family, the only daughter. This really made her feel suspenseful and curious. Boss, where's all night? A few people came to work in the morning and saw that Qin Yijuan was still in her office. Go go go. Don't bother me. Hey, what do you think happened to our boss recently? Ever since that man was caught, I felt that something was wrong. That's right. Do you guys think that our boss is in a relationship with him? Come on, who would dare to be in a relationship with our boss? Lin Xian walked in. Hey, it's him. He's here to look for our boss? He even brought breakfast? Wow, looks like there's nothing to be suspicious about. No way. This is really... Lin Xian opened the door and entered Qin Yijuan's office. Little Jun, have you found anything yet? Here. Breakfast. Lin Xian placed the breakfast in front of her. Qin Yijuan got goosebumps from Lin Xian's yelling. She didn't stand on ceremony and opened her breakfast to eat the crepe. I found it. Take a look for yourself. Awesome. You can even find out about their family? Nonsense. How many people did I ask? In the end, I had to apply and connect to the government security system to find out. Qin Yijuan thought about how tired she was last night and felt unhappy. Lin Xian couldn't wait to look over. Qin Yijuan didn't disturb Lin Xian and sat aside to eat breakfast. Lin Xian frowned. 3 years without any trace of activity? He frowned and looked at Qin Yijuan. In theory, yes. Of course, it's just online shopping. There's no information on the internet, so it doesn't mean much. Qin Yijuan said. Then can you find out her current address? No, there's no trace of her activity, so how can we find out? She hasn't bought or rented a house, so she can only live with the Dongfang family, at least on the surface. Qin Yijuan said. The Dongfang family. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Right now, he couldn't go to the Dongfang family because he hadn't reached the cultivation base yet. Earning money was the most important thing. He could at least go and take a look at the Mystic Heaven realm. Alright, can you find out her current contact? Big brother, I only have her old contact, but it seems to have been deleted. If I can find her current contact, then I wouldn't have said that I couldn't find any trace of her for 3 years. Qin Yijuan said. What about her family? Her parents and such? Qin Yijuan said, I've checked. Her parents live a normal life. What's interesting is that they went to a concert a month ago. Can you find out? Qin Yijuan asked. You mean, they might have taken Dongfang Shui to a concert? Lin Xian nodded. It'll be difficult. There are so many people at a concert. It's hundreds of thousands. It'll be difficult to find 200 people to watch it together. Also, there aren't many camera positions that can capture their faces. Lin Xian sighed. Alright, I got it. Right, help me check on someone else. Shenyuan Qingtian. Isn't that the young master of the Shenyuan family? Qin Yijuan looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Yes, find out what he's like now. Qin Yijuan then did a check. His life is very normal. He often leaves the Shenyuan family and appears in the city. Lin Xian glanced at it. He couldn't find anything. After all, no matter how powerful the system was, it couldn't find some things, such as things related to the martial Dao. Thanks. Lin Xian said. Hey, you and Dongfang Shui used to be boyfriend and girlfriend? Lin Xian nodded. She's the only daughter of the Dongfang family. Who are you? Qin Yijuan looked at Lin Xian curiously. It's the same as what you found out, Lin Xian said. She's so beautiful, outstanding, and has a superior background. It's hard to find anyone in the country who can compare to her. Why would she like you? Lin Xian shrugged. Qingya is also beautiful and outstanding. Didn't she like me too? Really? TSK, although I haven't confirmed my relationship with her, I can kiss her casually. Do you think? Qin Yijuan. Really? Do you think? Don't I kiss you casually now too? Lin Xian then leaned over and kissed her on the lips. Qin Yijuan. At that moment, her mind was completely blank. By the time she reacted, Lin Xian had already let go of her and ran out. Qin Yijuan. B*****. 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 Ah. She went crazy in her office. She was infuriated. Her subordinates heard the commotion in her office and didn't dare to make a sound. Sigh, did she get cuckolded? I think she might have been dumped. That's right. Although she's super beautiful, she probably doesn't like it. It's not surprising that she got dumped. Qin Yijuan appeared behind that person. Who did you say got dumped? Gulp. His entire body suddenly jumped. Head. Ah. Lin Xian walked down the street. I have to get the company up and running quickly. Once I earn 100 million, I'll be able to reach the mystic heaven realm. Although that might not be enough, I can at least try to visit the Dongfang family. Also, this mission to make 2 girls like me shouldn't be too difficult. Chapter 1492. Mu Qingya arrived at the Mu Group. At this moment, the Mu Group was in a mess. Early this morning, before Mu Qingya went out, she received news that the Mu Group was in a bad situation and she had to come over to take charge of the overall situation. Mu Qingya was a little puzzled at that time. Everything in the Mu Group was above standard. She held 70% of the shares. How bad could the situation be? When she arrived at the company, dozens or even hundreds of people were waiting for her. President Mu, I'm really sorry. Something happened to our company. We have to cancel the cooperation between us. President Mu, sigh, something happened to the company too. We have to take back the physical store in Jiangnan City. Please take away the goods in the physical store in 2 days. I'll pay you for the breach of contract. President Mu, there's really no other way. The market this year is too bad. My company is no longer qualified to cooperate with you. I can only terminate the cooperation. I'll pay you for the breach of contract. The dozens of entrepreneurs saw Mu Qingya coming in and said one after another. Mu Qingya frowned. She was very smart. When she saw this scene and heard these people's words, she knew that it must be Lin Tian's doing. Got it. Go back. Mu Qingya said. President Mu, we'll pay you for the breach of contract. There's something wrong with the company and it may take some time. Please give us some time. Mu Qingya shook her head. No need. Go back. Thank you, President Mu. The breach of contract was not much. The cooperation before was a win-win situation. Now, they would rather lose. Because if they did not do so, they would not be able to bear the consequences. President Mu. The little assistant bit her lip and stood beside Mu Qingya. Mu Qingya knew too well what the consequences of Lin Tian's move would be. The Mu Group would completely collapse. The current situation was that the Mu Group was worth hundreds of billions. But 80% of it was all the goods, contracts, and other things of the Mu Group. There was not much turnover. And now, all the goods were overstocked and could not be sold. At most, she could only sell them by setting up street stalls because no one would sell them to her. But how many people would believe her if she set up street stalls? With so many employees, the remaining cash flow could only fill this hole. Right now, there were 2 ways for her. First, she could fight to the end. Second, she could directly stop and announce the collapse of the Mu Group. Then, she would at least still be a millionaire or a billionaire. However, as long as she dragged on for another day, there would be no turning back. If she dragged on for another day, she might go from a billionaire to a million or even penniless. Chairman Mu, I'm really sorry. I found a better position. I'm sorry. A girl walked up to Mu Qingya, bowed, and walked away. Chairman Mu, I've also found a better job. I'm really sorry. I hope that the Mu Group will get better and better. Chairman Mu, I'm leaving too. For a time, a large number of employees left. You. The assistant pointed at them angrily. When you were in the company, Chairman Mu took such good care of you. Now, all of you are ingrates and ran away. You're really despicable. That's enough. Mu Qingya patted her shoulder and said, "Let them go." Zhong Yang ran down the stairs. Chairman Mu, what's going on? Mu Qingya shook her head, then sat down in the suddenly empty lobby and said, "Someone wants the Mu Group to die." F***CK. Zhong Yang cursed angrily. Now, 80% of the company's employees have left. Fortunately, the project I'm in charge of is still going on as usual and has not suffered any impact. However, it may take a few more days. Now that the Mu Group is in such a state, it's difficult to support the project. On the other hand, there are still hundreds of millions of funds that have not been handed over. Zhang Yang said. Chairman Mu, what should we do now? Do we need to recruit new employees? Mu Qingya shook her head. It's useless. The physical stores have been closed, the online stores have been banned, the cooperation has stopped, and the employees have left. The Mu Group can't go on anymore. Then. Xiao Yu bit her lips. Leave the rest to me. Xiao Yu, you'll be busy for the next 2 days. Hand over the goods from all over the country and put them in the warehouse. Yes, Chairman Mu. Mu Qingya looked at Zhong Yang and said, Zhong Yang, you don't have to keep an eye on the project for the time being. I'll give you dozens of contracts. You have to get all the liquidated damages and our rent back as soon as possible. The liquidated damages were not much, but if all of them were added up, it should be hundreds of millions. She now needed a large amount of funds to support the Mu Group. Let the employees who were still there feel their hope and give them better treatment. Okay. Zhong Yang nodded. Mu Qingya raised her head, her beautiful eyes flashing. They want the Mu Group to die, then, the Mu Group will be beyond their reach. Under normal circumstances, the Mu Group would have fallen, but now, 2 of the Mu Group's projects were being carried out in secret. The Lin family blocked all the sales channels of the Mu Group because the Mu Group's products were basically sold in physical stores and online stores. There was no other way, and it was only a little famous in China. But they certainly did not seal the warehouse and the factory. After all, they felt that it was useless to seal them. Moreover, the factory was the Mu Group's own. The 2 of them ran away and prepared to get busy. Mu Qingya sat there and made a cup of coffee for herself. Lin Xian came in. Wow, so few people. Is it a holiday? Mu Qingya looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. No. She walked over and handed a cup of coffee to Lin Xian, and then told Lin Xian about the matter. That's it? Lin Xian was very calm. Mu Qingya said, Yes, that's it. In fact, she was not in a panic. She did not panic at all when the employees left. After all, she had spent several times the salary to hire a group of people, and those people were not affected. The main thing was that she knew that as long as a large number of things were developed, it was only a matter of time before they could become the richest man in the country and the world. At that time, these companies, these employees, they would regret it. The Lin family. Mu Qingya knew what kind of existence the Lin family was, but she wanted to give all of this to the Lin family. The medicine to cure cancer was something that the ancient martial arts families on Earth could not afford. Now, the only things left on Earth were some cultivation methods. There were very few pills and things like that. Lin Xian asked, How's the progress? Chapter 1493. Mu Qingya said, I just asked Zhang Yang. Everything is on the right track and is starting to develop it. I want to ask, do we need to find a few patients to try it first? Lin Xian shook his head. No, as long as it's going according to the normal process. I'll go take a look. Don't worry. You go to the Food and Drug Administration in person and apply for the exclusive patent and drug qualification certificate with the drug. Okay. Not many people knew about the formula, and even if they knew, it would be fine. Now they were going to apply for the exclusive patent, and this drug would definitely pass the drug testing standards. Lin Xian went to the major factories to inspect. There were no big problems. Next, he just had to wait for them to make a comeback. 3 days later. Mu Feifei sniffed and sold her beloved car, feeling wronged. They didn't have any money left. In the past few days, the Mu Group had been very, very bad. Now they could only borrow money and fill in the blanks everywhere. Fortunately, the Qin family had always been standing behind the Mu family, and the Qin family also knew what the Mu family was doing. Of course, they were willing to help the Mu family. The Qin family took out all their assets. Because the Qin family was not a professional business family, they only took out about 1 billion, but it was really enough to quench their thirst. The Mu Group hasn't declared bankruptcy yet? In a presidential suite of a 5-star hotel in Jiangnan City, Lin Tian was sitting there with 2 beautiful girls kneeling in front of him. He was drinking red wine and talking on the phone. It's been 3 days. The Mu Group has been dragging on like this for 3 days. The Mu family is probably going to sell their house. Oh. So it's the Qin family who stopped them from bleeding? So what? What's the point of wasting more than 1 billion? If they declare bankruptcy earlier, at least they will have tens of millions of assets left. Why bother? Lin Tian sneered. He put down his phone. The situation was very clear now. The Mu Group would be completely bankrupt, and they would even lose the opportunity to become a millionaire or even a millionaire. They might even become an ordinary family. At that time, Mu Qingya would beg him, right? On the other side, Lin Xian and Mu Qingya were sitting in the office discussing something. Let's hold a press conference tomorrow, Lin Xian said. Okay, but I think we need to find a star to endorse it in advance. Celebrity? My Qingya wife is so beautiful, can't you just endorse her? Mu Qingya rolled her eyes. What we need is fame. The star's promotion and press conference will be held at the same time. Another sum of money. It's worth it. Mu Qingya nodded. No problem. Leave this to me. You go and prepare for the press conference. You? Can you do it? F***CK. Isn't it just finding a celebrity? Not only that, but we also have to talk to the TV stations and advertising companies. They might be pressured into not cooperating with us. We also have to buy trending searches. There's no need to buy a trending search. I don't believe that after this news is released, he won't be the #1 trending search. Mu Qingya pondered for a moment. That's true. Don't worry. If you give me the drug certificate, I believe that no TV station will dare to go against the international company. They can't wait for this kind of advertisement to be broadcasted on their channel. They can't wait to broadcast it a few more times. Lin Xian smirked. You're right. Mu Qingya nodded. The press conference is simple. The country will personally take over. They will wait for us and personally host it for us. Mu Qingya said. To be honest, she was also a little flattered. The #1 leader actually met her in person yesterday. It couldn't be helped. This kind of thing had been a headache for the whole world for many years. Moreover, this kind of cancer was indeed a very common disease. There might be a way to treat it in the early and middle stages, but in the later stages, there was really no way. Basically, by the time it was discovered, it was already in the late stage. However, this drug could directly cure patients who had entered the late stage in just a few days and turn the terminal illness into a cold. Do you think that the leaders are important? They are very important. Even in terms of international prestige, it would be very exaggerated. They are important. Then what are we worried about? Lin Xian smirked. Lin Xian originally thought that the number one leader was from the Xianyuan family. No, it wasn't. Now, the number one leader was from the Dongfang family. You mean? At this moment, Xiao Yu ran in. President Mu, someone is looking for you outside. Who is it? I think I often see it on TV. Then, two people walked in very quietly. Lin Xian glanced at them. He didn't know them. They shouldn't be from the Dongfang family. President Mu, nice to meet you. The man was about 50 years old. He couldn't be called an old man. His status was too high. It was the vice president, Zhou Jiuhe. Mr. Zhou. Oh, there's no need for that. I'm here in secret this time. Chairman Mu, just treat me as an ordinary business partner. Mu Qingya sat down nervously. Xiao Yu, pour tea. Zhou Jiuhe looked at Mu Qingya with a smile and said, President Mu, you are really young and promising. This terminal illness that has troubled the whole world for many years has been solved by your company. You even turned it into a common cold that can be cured with medicine. It is really a great fortune for mankind. Mr. Zhou, the company that developed the drug is... Lin Xian quickly shook his head. Mu Qingya then coughed dryly and said, We also hope to do something. Moreover, the Mu Group's current situation is not optimistic. We have to do this to avoid bankruptcy. Otherwise, we will definitely lower the price of this medicine by a lot. It's okay. I just came to see if the Mu Group needs any help. Just tell me. Mu Qingya shook her head. It's nothing. Now, it's just a matter of publicity. Don't worry about publicity. When do you plan to officially sell it? In a few days. Zhou Jiuhe said. Then I will go back and prepare now. We will invite celebrities to endorse it. We will show advertisements on all platforms and major TV stations. Don't worry, we will pay for this matter. For the country, what they gained was international prestige and the capital to negotiate with other countries. This was the most important thing. This is not good. There's nothing bad about it. You don't have to feel guilty about the country paying for it. If the country doesn't get any benefits, why would they pay for it? Zhou Jiuhe smiled and said, Thank you, Mr. Zhou. Okay, then I will go back first. Then they walked away. Lin Xian, I have never. Lin Xian smiled and said, There will be more opportunities in the future. Now that the Mu Group is protected by the country, no one dares to touch it. Chapter 1494. A day later. The entire earth was in an uproar. Why? At first, they didn't think much of it because they had more or less seen the upcoming cancer treatment on TV, computers, and phones. What they saw was that 7 days after taking the medicine, regardless of whether it was in the early or late stages, the cancer cells would definitely be cured. What was there to think about? Wasn't this a scammer? There were too many scammers on the internet and even on TV programs, especially on a certain TV program, an old woman, an old man. But, when they switched to other channels, they actually saw the same advertisement after a while. Then, they actually saw advertisements on big channels like Hunan Satellite TV and Zhejiang Satellite TV. They felt that it couldn't be true, right? After all, the TV station behind Hunan Satellite TV really didn't dare to do anything. They wouldn't agree to release such a deceptive advertisement for the sake of making money, unless this was true. At first, the young people also thought that it was all fake, but they realized that it was actually the most popular actress at the moment, the superstar Chu Xinxin, who was known as a man's dream lover, who endorsed it. They felt that it couldn't be true, right? Chu Xinxin didn't lack money. She wouldn't endorse fake things for money, let alone fake medicine. She might even go to jail. If something happened, the compensation would be enough to kill her. Moreover, it would have a huge impact on her reputation. Unless it was true? Then, they saw all the big and small celebrities. They seem to have a tacit understanding, and all of them reposted the advertisement on their WeChat Moments and Weibo. Then, China was in an uproar. After China was in an uproar, the other countries more or less received the news, but it wasn't spread as widely. Hey, have you heard? I heard that a new medicine is going to be released soon. It said that this medicine can treat cancer. You can cure cancer by taking the medicine. It only takes a few days. Do you think that's true? It can't be, right? It's true. Baidu, Weibo, and Sogu have always been the #1 trending topic. The trending topic has broken the record in history. All the big celebrities have reposted Weibo and used their various methods to promote it. The big celebrity Chu Xinxin is endorsing it, and all the channels can see this news. Even the F*King login to the game now will appear for a few seconds of this advertisement. This can't be fake, this is definitely true. Haha, this is great. After so long, a medicine that can treat cancer has finally appeared. But, when will it be released? I think it's in the next 2 days. Didn't the advertisement mention it? Tomorrow, everyone can watch the live broadcast. You can watch the press conference on all the major channels. At the press conference, all the problems will be solved. F*CK. Then we must pay attention to it tomorrow. Young master, bad news. Lin Tian was playing golf at the golf course. Then, he ran over alone, panting heavily. Shua, Lin Tian sent the golf ball flying. He looked into the distance and said indifferently, "What's wrong?" "Mu Group. It's the Mu Group." Can the Mu Group come back to life? Lin Tian laughed mockingly. It's not just resurrecting from the dead. It's even possible that it's going to rise completely, an unstoppable rise. What did you say? Lin Tian frowned. That person then took out his phone and handed it to Lin Tian. "TSK, you're saying that this is a drug developed by the Mu Group? It's just a marketing tactic." Lin Tian sneered. "No, young master. This news has completely exploded. It's the #1 trending topic and has broken the highest record in history. All the major TV stations have news about it. Now, when you turn on the live broadcast, open the game and login page, you will see this news. Even big and small celebrities have reposted this news on Weibo. This can't be fake, right? Lin Tian? This?" Then, he hurriedly took a look at the content of the advertisement. Regardless of whether the advertisement was real or fake, all the games, software, advertisements, and celebrity endorsements. This already showed that this couldn't be fake. Someone was behind this, and it couldn't be the Mu Group. They didn't have the ability. Even the Lin family didn't have the ability. Even the Shenyuan family didn't have the ability. Perhaps they needed time to do it, but this Mu Qingya, the person behind this could be the country. The country wanted to protect the Mu Group. He didn't dare to provoke it. Wasn't this the country protecting it? Wasn't this already obvious? Everything happened so quickly that it was too strange. It was as if you were in a QQ group, and you, the group leader, just mentioned everyone and told them something, and they immediately did it for you. It was as simple as that. But how could the reality be so simple? This involved hundreds and thousands of companies and involved real and fake negotiations, interests, and so on. However, they all seemed to have agreed unanimously. And during this period, there didn't seem to be any so-called understanding or negotiation process. What kind of person could make them willing to do it without much understanding? The country. They couldn't believe other things, but they would definitely believe in the country. No way, right? This Mu Group. No wonder Mu Qingya didn't panic. But, why didn't she take it out earlier? Could it be that it was developed at this time? Young master, what should we do now? Lin Tian clenched his fists. What can we do? If it's true, then there's nothing we can do now. All of his efforts had been for naught. Think about it. With the protection of the country, wouldn't other companies fight to cooperate with the Mu Group? They could recoup their previous losses in a short period of time. Coupled with this matter, Even if the Mu group only had one drug, with the previous main project, it might take off and get out of hand. But, Lin Tian muttered, it's still impossible for the Mu family to rise to the top. After all, they only have one drug. Although this drug is enough to cause a sensation, there aren't that many cancer patients in the world. It's just that it's very common and will continue to appear in the future. But if they want to rely on this drug, they will slowly stop with the passage of time. But, the Mu group will definitely not fall. They are the only ones who have the formula and have applied for an exclusive patent. Not to mention other things, the country will definitely protect the Mu family for this. Let's wait for the press conference tomorrow. If that's the case, it's actually very easy to crack it. The formula can always be found. Chapter 1495. Cheers. At this moment, in the Mu family, Lin Xian, Mu Qingya, Mu Feifei, Qin Yijuan, and the other two families gathered together. Xiao Xian, I really have to thank you. If it weren't for you, my Mu family would be finished. Now, the country values my Mu family so much. This can be considered as bringing honor to my Mu family. Mu Hao's face was flushed. Oh, Uncle Mu, you're too kind. Hey, you don't have to be modest. How can you be so serious? It's Qingya's fortune to be able to find a boyfriend like you. It's our fortune as well. Mu Hao said with satisfaction. Damn. The more he looked at Lin Xian, the more satisfied he was. Damn it. This granddaughter of mine doesn't have such good fortune. You say, if she finds me a grandson-in-law in the future, even if he is a dragon, it will be difficult for me to be satisfied. Qin Jiangwo took a sip of wine and sighed. Grandpa, what are you talking about? Qin Yijuan rolled her eyes. Ha ha ha, I'm telling the truth. There are many people in the world who are richer and more handsome than little Xian. But in terms of ability, I feel that no one in the world is as good as him. Humph. Qin Yijuan muttered. There must be. There is. Tell me about it. Those ancient martial arts families. Qin Yijuan said. They pondered for a moment. Brother-in-law. Mu Feifei kicked Lin Xian under the table. What? Brother-in-law, do you think you will be two-timing or have several girlfriends in the future? Lin Xian. Feifei, what are you talking about? Go and get the rice. Well. Mu Feifei pouted and went to get the rice. Then she came over and said, I'm telling the truth. Aren't all men like this? Especially brother-in-law, when he's rich, powerful, and famous, he might even abuse Big Sister. He might even get other girls to do it with Big Sister. Everyone, I didn't teach my daughter well. I didn't teach my daughter well. Don't blame me. Mu Hao said awkwardly. Are you itching for a beating again? Zhong Ting glared at her. Mu Feifei quickly shrank her head and lowered it. She looked like a good girl, but in fact, that's right. When she put down her slippers, her feet were rubbing against Lin Xian's legs under the table. Lin Xian? F***ck. What was this sister-in-law trying to do? She was seducing him. Lin Xian knew that his sister-in-law knew that he and Mu Qingya were pretending to be a couple. Could it be? Nice. Tonight I'll go to my sister-in-law's room. His sister-in-law was the most fragrant. On Lin Xian's left was Mu Qingya, and on his right was Mu Feifei. Lin Xian, what other drugs will you be able to develop by then? Qin Yuan asked. Quite a lot. As for the specifics, I might need some time to observe and research them. Actually, Lin Xian mainly wanted to see if there were any medicinal herbs on Earth. Well, you can represent the Mu group at the press conference tomorrow. Mu Hao said. Lin Xian shook his head. I won't. Let Qingya do it. I won't do such a thing. Okay. Lin Xian then put his hand on the table and then on his sister-in-law's smooth thigh. Mu Feifei. Wow. What a hooligan. What a hooligan. I just casually seduced you, and this person was so presumptuous. Although he and her sister were pretending to be a couple, they were sleeping in the same room after all. This person really dared to touch her? D*eminit. D*eminit. Lin Xian didn't think it was his fault. You seduced him here yourself. Smooth, so smooth. Mu Feifei put her hand down intentionally or unintentionally and then pressed Lin Xian's hand. Eat. Oh, okay. Only then did Lin Xian retract his hand. Lin Xian didn't notice that this scene was seen by Mu Qingya. She didn't see anything at first. She was a little further away from the table when she caught a glimpse of Lin Xian's hand on her sister's thigh. She was shocked. Was her sister in a relationship with Lin Xian? She didn't know. If so, how could she sleep in the same room as Lin Xian? Wasn't that D*eminit. D*eminit. D*mn hooligan. She knew it. After the meal, the Qin family left. Before Qin Yijuan left, Lin Xian gave her a flirtatious look. Idiot. This was what Qin Yijuan mouthed to Lin Xian before she left. Of course, idiot didn't necessarily mean that. Many people who were close to each other liked to call each other idiots. Uncle, auntie, we'll rest first. Well, rest early. There's a press conference tomorrow. The whole country and even the world will pay attention to it. Don't let anything go wrong. Zhang Ting said. Lin Xian then took Mu Qingya's hand and walked to her fragrant room. As soon as they entered her room, Mu Qingya shook off Lin Xian's hand. That's enough. Now that my parents believe that we're a couple, they won't come to my room to peek. Either you sleep in your room, or you sleep in my room. You sleep on the floor, and I'll sleep on the bed. Mu Qingya said coldly. What's wrong? You were sleeping so soundly before. Lin Xian leaned over and hugged her slender waist. No, to be precise, his hand was almost on her butt. In the past few days, Mu Qingya had been used to Lin Xian doing whatever he wanted to her, but she was inexplicably not angry. Strange. But now she was angry. She didn't know why she was angry. Was it because she saw Lin Xian and her sister being so flirtatious when they were eating? What's the situation between you and Feifei? Mu Qingya took Lin Xian's hand away and asked. Nothing. I saw it when we were eating. Mu Qingya said lightly. She didn't blame Mu Feifei. After all, she knew that her sister knew that she and Lin Xian were pretending. If she liked Lin Xian, it was not a problem. She seduced me. Your sister is so flirtatious. Lin Xian sniffed aggrievedly. Impossible. Although Feifei is playful, she still knows her limits. And it was your hand on her leg. Lin Xian said, It's true. I swear, when we were eating, she took off her shoes and rubbed my leg. She also quietly pulled my hand and put it on her leg. You sleep below. Mu Qingya said and took off her coat. She didn't believe it. She and Feifei had known each other for so many years. Feifei most likely used her feet to seduce Lin Xian. As for what happened after that, it was absolutely impossible. At least it was impossible now. Bastard Lin Xian. Go to hell. The night had passed just like that. Given Lin Xian's shamelessness, he would definitely be hugging his elegant and fragrant wife as he slept. Chapter 1496. Mu Qingya was puzzled. She was clearly someone who hated. She couldn't say that she hated boys. She was a person who paid special attention to her reputation and integrity. Not to mention other things, even if she was in a relationship, it would be difficult for her to let the man take advantage of her because she wasn't used to it. That was her feeling. She didn't know if it would change in the future because she had never met a boy she liked. She didn't know if she would change because of the boy she liked. But now, she was kissed, touched, and slept with by a man she had only known for a few days. Although they didn't do anything too outrageous, she was always in his arms when she woke up in the morning. She didn't know if he did it at night or she did it herself. She wasn't sure. But this was beyond her tolerance. But she wasn't angry. She even slowly accepted it. Oh my God. Was she still Mu Qingya? Did she fall in love with Lin Xian, who was 1 or 2 years younger than her? But to be honest, they were indeed fated. And Lin Xian's ability was something she had never seen before. This morning, Mu Qingya woke up before Lin Xian. She was quite nervous because the press conference was going to be held today. Then, she was in Lin Xian's arms again. Lin Xian was hugging her again. His hands didn't move. He was just hugging her. They weren't boyfriend and girlfriend yet, but she wasn't angry. Wait. Was he sure he didn't move? Nai, why did it hurt? Hey, am I handsome? Lin Xian blurted out all of a sudden. Mu Qingya. Whoosh, she hurriedly sat up and tidied her hair. I'm going to wash up. You can go to the press conference later. That's not important. The important thing is, can we really be a couple? Lin Xian sat up and looked at Mu Qingya. Mu Qingya. I'm going to wash up. She quickly walked away. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Oh, little Qingya seemed to be moved. Hey, I'm so handsome. Lin Xian sighed. His heart was tired. Lin Xian walked into the bathroom to wash up with Mu Qingya and pinched her butt. Mu Qingya, you. Still not used to it? Lin Xian grinned. Bastard. I like it when you call me that. Mu Qingya was helpless. Give me some time. When the time comes, I'll help you and Uncle Mu cure your heart disease. You have to be careful. Although your heart hasn't relapsed yet, I've taken a look. It may be on the verge of relapsing. During this period, don't overwork yourself and don't get angry. Lin Xian said. Mu Qingya saw Lin Xian's rare serious look and nodded. Thank you. You're my girlfriend. You don't have to thank me. I'm not. But you've already slept with me for a few days. We've even kissed. I've done your nai many times. Mu Qingya. Bastard. You really took advantage of the fact that I was asleep. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Hee. I don't care. Anyway, you're mine. Mu Qingya was dumbfounded. Lin Xian really did, Didn't that mean that except for the last step, she had already… Damn it. Why didn't she wake up? Did she really sleep so soundly? I feel so good. Let's go out for breakfast. Mu Qingya stood there in a daze. Then she quietly pulled down her pajamas in front of the mirror. Bastard. There were scratches on her pajamas. She knew it. Why did it hurt? This person, She really didn't know what to do. Was she really going to be his girlfriend? Actually, she didn't seem to be particularly against it. She just didn't know what to do. Mu Qingya took a deep breath and put on makeup in the bathroom. She didn't usually put on makeup. At most, she would put on lipstick. Her skin was still very good and she was naturally beautiful. But today was the press conference. Today she might be seen by the whole world. Of course, she had to put on makeup. Click. Lin Xian opened the door. Mu Feifei quickly jumped away like a thief. What are you doing? No. I just happened to pass by. Mu Feifei chuckled. Are you eavesdropping? Why would I? Lin Xian smiled. She was actually eavesdropping. The soundproofing of the door was good, but it wasn't so good that she couldn't hear anything. She thought that her sister and Lin Xian were pretending, but it didn't mean that they couldn't be real. She wanted to listen. If Lin Xian and her sister did that kind of thing early in the morning, wouldn't she be able to hear it? She didn't hear anything but her sister screamed. Sister-in-law, do you like me? Lin Xian looked at Mu Feifei with a smile. Mu Feifei. Well, it wasn't that she didn't like him, but she didn't like him either. She couldn't fall in love with someone so easily. However, it was obvious that Lin Xian was very powerful. Girls really liked powerful boys, and she was relatively rebellious. She liked this kind of boy more. But I like the kind of boy who is good at fighting. As for you, it's useless if you're not handsome and have good medical skills. I don't like you. That's right. Mu Feifei was simply curious and had a good impression of Lin Xian. She swore that she would find a boyfriend who was good at fighting in the future. He was like a hero. In that case, well, she could give him all her postures. Nice. Okay. Lin Xian shrugged. Hey, brother-in-law, did you and my sister become real? Mu Feifei asked in a low voice. Let me tell you a secret. Ha. There are scratches on your sister's eye. Lin Xian walked down after saying that. Wow. Mu Feifei's little mouth was wide open. Liar. Then she didn't believe it. It was impossible. Her sister was the most old-fashioned. She even thought that if her sister was in a relationship, she wouldn't have sex with a man for 2 years. It was the 21st century. Her sister's thinking was really amazing. If it were her, as long as she liked it, well, she would do it on the first day. But she hadn't been in a relationship so far because she really hadn't met the kind of boy she wanted. The kind who was super good at fighting and could easily win against many people. Especially the kind who could hit the table and send chopsticks flying, and then pierce the opponent's hand. Wow. So handsome. She liked watching this kind of drama. No, let's go and see. Mu Feifei opened the door and went into Mu Qingya's room. She first took a look. She swore that the two must be sleeping in the same bed or even in the same bed. Sister. Mu Feifei walked to Mu Qingya's side. What's the matter? Mu Qingya didn't know that danger was coming. Chapter 1497. Mu Feifei's eyes were fixed on Mu Qingya's private part. Sister, your pajamas are made of good material. Mu Feifei put her hand on her pajamas. Mu Qingya put on her lipstick and looked at herself in the mirror. Then she said lightly, "Didn't I buy it with you?" Well, yes. Swish. Then she pulled Mu Qingya's loose pajamas off and quickly pulled down her bra. Wow! Mu Feifei clearly saw something. Lin Xian didn't lie to her. That meant that big sister and Lin Xian's relationship had really become real. Wow! Lin Xian really became her brother-in-law? You're crazy again. Mu Qingya knocked on Mu Feifei's head. Sister, were you pinched by my brother-in-law? Mu Qingya, get out. Well, ha ha ha. My brother-in-law is so strong. Ha ha ha. Mu Feifei laughed and ran out. Mu Qingya. She was convinced. What kind of people were they? One was so shameless, and the other was so naughty. Oh no. Now that his little sister had seen it. Brother-in-law, you're amazing. Mu Feifei ran downstairs and sat next to Lin Xian. Lin Xian was eating breakfast, Mu Hao was drinking tea on the sofa, and Zhang Ting was busy in the kitchen. What's amazing? I just took off my sister's clothes. I saw it. Lin Xian. Amazing. Lin Xian gave her a thumbs up. No, no, no. Brother-in-law, you're amazing. My sister has so many suitors, and so many outstanding men, but she didn't agree to any of them. Brother-in-law, you've only known my sister for a few days, but you're already amazing. Lin Xian smiled and said, After all, I'm sleeping in the same room as her. If I can't do that, then I'm too weak, right? Yes, my brother-in-law is amazing. Brother-in-law, can you lend me some money? Mu Feifei said aggrievedly. You still lack money? Previously, when such a big incident happened to the Mu group, I sold my car to give the money to my sister. Now, I don't even have 3,000 yuan on me. It's not even enough to go out for a meal. Brother-in-law, good brother-in-law, I'm your sister-in-law. You have to pamper me in the future. Lin Xian. Sister, I don't even have 100 yuan on me. Really, you can ask your sister for it. Mu Feifei. You're not a competent brother-in-law. People have already said that a competent brother-in-law has to dote on his sister-in-law. Only then can she help him to guide her sister. A competent brother-in-law needs to get his sister-in-law into bed. Lin Xian said as he drank a mouthful of porridge. Mu Feifei. Wow. Stinky hooligan. Damn pervert. Shameless. What are you doing so early in the morning? I'm telling you, you have to go to school today. Zhong Ting came out of the kitchen and said to Mu Feifei. No, it's boring. I have an appointment with someone to go to the haunted house today. Mu Feifei said. When can you learn from your sister? Zhong Ting shook her head. No, I'm so tired. Lin Xian said with a smile. Auntie, in fact, everyone has their own choices. Feifei was born in a rich family. There are some procedures that she doesn't have to go through. Those are what ordinary people have to do. Of course, it's right to do better, but I think the most important thing is to be happy. As long as you don't break the law and don't do anything wrong, I don't think anything else is wrong. Yes, brother-in-law is right. Mu Feifei said, yes, this brother-in-law is not bad. Xiao Xian, what you said does make sense, but who doesn't want their child to be better? Happiness is indeed important, so we don't force Feifei too much. Yes, mother is right. Mu Feifei nodded repeatedly. Lin Xian. This sister-in-law is really, however, Lin Xian felt that this sister-in-law should have brought all the happiness to this family. In fact, it was necessary for a team and a family to have such a character. She was active, lively, and funny. Such a person was quite good. She felt a little like Lu Yufan. But now Lin Xian suddenly realized something. He had to go back in 3 months. If he didn't go back, he would be annihilated. In other words, Lin Xian would disappear from the earth again in 3 months. What about the people here? Tell them the truth? Lin Xian didn't know if he could say it, and he didn't know what the consequences would be, and he didn't know if they would believe him. If he left, Lin Xian felt that he should be able to come back, but he wasn't sure when he could come back. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. He wasn't sure. He knew that before he reached the heavenly Tao realm, it would be difficult for him to come back before he reached the heavenly Tao realm at least 5 stars. And the advancement in the heavenly Tao realm was extremely difficult. He was confident that he could come back because of the system, but he wasn't sure of the time. Could they wait for an unknown amount of time? Perhaps they could, but Lin Xian felt that it was too unfair to them. This was troublesome. He shouldn't have been on Earth, or at least, he shouldn't have shown mercy on Earth. But, F***K, everyone would trigger different missions. Last night's mission required him to obtain enough system points to go back, or he would die. And the mission he triggered left him with no choice but to communicate with the girls. Sigh. What should he do now? In fact, if Lin Xian could figure out the connection between the God's Awakening Door, Earth, and Planet Azure, there was actually a solution. But could he figure out the relationship between them? Lin Xian felt that there was no problem. But there was still the problem. Time. How long would he need to spend? When would he have the capital? Lin Xian didn't know. Sigh. Hey, brother-in-law, why are you in a daze? Mu Feifei waved her hand in front of Lin Xian's eyes. Ah. Lin Xian came back to his senses and shook his head. Nothing, I was just thinking about the past. The past? What is it? Mu Feifei asked. Nothing. Lin Xian shook his head. Pfft, it must be his ex-girlfriend. Mu Feifei said. What's in your head all day long? If you're envious that your sister has found a boyfriend, then hurry up and find one for me. Don't end up like your sister and end up going on blind dates. But I have a condition. This boyfriend has to be someone like Xiao Xian. I can't say that he's more capable than him, but his character has to be guaranteed. Pfft, who said that brother-in-law has a good character? He even touched. What? Ahem. Lin Xian coughed dryly. Right. Mu Feifei suddenly remembered that her brother-in-law and sister were no longer pretending. He even touched her thigh when they were eating. Wow. Chapter 1498. Lin Xian and Mu Qingye went to the Mu group. Zhong Ting, Mu Hao, and the others would also go, but they would only go later. When the time comes, the Qin family and the others would also go. At this moment, there was a sea of people outside the Mu group. There might be thousands of reporters, and even foreign reporters. In addition to these thousands of reporters, there might be hundreds of thousands of people. They all came to join in the fun. Of course, some of them were really here for themselves, or their family members had cancer. They traveled thousands of miles just to be the first to come here. Of course, because of this matter, there might be more than 300 police officers here to maintain order. There might even be some people sent by the country here. In short, today was very special and very important. Moreover, they had to protect the people of the Mu group because international battles were invisible. To be honest, if other countries wanted to send people to assassinate them, wouldn't that be normal? Although generally speaking, they would not blatantly make a move here, protecting their safety was still the most important thing. Everyone, don't crowd. Enter the Mu group in an orderly manner. The Mu group's conference hall is ready. Everyone can have a seat. There is no need to crowd. Zhang Yang personally maintained order there, letting the thousands of reporters enter the huge Mu group conference hall in an orderly manner. Of course, he also had the responsibility of checking whether those people had dangerous items on them. Guns, grenades, C4, and so on. He must pay attention to them. If someone asked terrorists to do it, wouldn't it blow up? In the conference hall, there were too many big shots, reporters, and even Zhou Jiuhe and a few people sitting in the crowd in a low-key manner. Elder Zhou. A man walked to his side and whispered in his ear, country's people were found outside and have been dealt with. Zhou Jiuhe smiled and nodded. His eyes kept looking forward. Okay, sit down. This subordinate will go and take a look again. It's better to be careful. And that's fine too. Lin Tian and some others also came to the scene of the press conference. Young Master, the Lu family and the Feng family also came. Lin Tian glanced at them. Let them come. They are all here to join in the fun. To be precise, they were here to see if they could work with the Mu group. Young Master, they definitely know that we made a move. What do you think we should do if, when the Mu group grows stronger, what should we do if they retaliate? Counterattack? What's the Mu group? It's just a business family with a history of 100 years. If it weren't for Mu Qingya, the Mu family would only be a small billionaire that just broke the 100 million mark. How could he fight back against the Lin family? Even if he has the capital, she doesn't have the guts. Lin Tian coldly snorted and said. In the hall, other than the reporters and big shots, there were also a lot of big stars. One of them was the main spokesperson, a popular starlet invited by the country, Chu Xinxin. She was backstage. She came mainly to help host the press conference because her popularity was too high. She was equivalent to an Xian's popularity. Their career lines were quite similar. After all, she represented popularity. With her presence, she could also attract the attention of those young people. Moreover, she had a lot of influence in the world and would also attract the attention of many people abroad. There was another girl with Chu Xinxin. Xinxin, you're so beautiful. Chu Xinxin dressed herself up. After all, the scale of today's press conference was greater than any other in history. A global press conference. She was also the host, so she felt very excited. It's okay. You're also very beautiful. Don't worry, you'll definitely be popular. Chu Xinxin looked at the beautiful girl beside her with a smile. I will do my best. The one who spoke was Wang Xintong. That's right, she also triggered a mission. The mission she triggered gave her a headache. She had already completed a few missions before, and they were relatively simple. However, the most important mission was now. The number of fans exceeded 10 million. Wang Xintong cried. The number of fans exceeded 10 million? She could only try to become a star. If the number of fans reached 10 million, they would basically be close to or an A-list star, right? Not necessarily. Some stars were short-lived. A drama would be popular for a period of time, and the number of fans would skyrocket by tens of millions, but there would be no follow-up. However, she only wanted 10 million real fans. No matter how long it lasted, No matter if the fans would drop or not, as long as the number of fans exceeded 10 million, the mission would be completed. She could go on to the next one. Then, she found a way to join an entertainment company, which was the company that Chu Xinshin was in. She didn't have much of a resume, but she was beautiful, so the company accepted her. Wang Xintong came into contact with this world very quickly, because it was basically the same as their world. However, she had joined the company for 3 days. She had no choice. Until now, she hadn't shown her face or acted in a drama. Yes, she had never acted in a drama before. She didn't have any acting skills. Even if there was a drama, she wouldn't be accepted. Moreover, she couldn't be qualified to act because she didn't have any acting skills. Wang Xintong felt that she might have taken the wrong path. 10 million fans. She didn't have to be a star. Live broadcasts, short videos, etc. Anyway, no matter which one it was, she had a headache. She felt that she might fail the mission. Now, her identity was more like Chu Xinshin's assistant. Fortunately, Chu Xinshin was a very good person and took good care of her. However, what made Wang Xintong a little? No, what shocked her was that this world actually had songs arranged by Lin Xian. The names were the same, but the accompaniment was slightly different. The lyrics were the same. She was really shocked. Therefore, she didn't know whether this world was a virtual existence in the God's Awakening door or a real existence. She leaned towards the former. The people here were all fake. They were all data. Otherwise, why would there be songs that were the same as in reality? It might have been recorded when the big data was recorded. Xintong, I'll bring you to host later, Chu Xinshin said. Ah. No. I don't know how to. Chu Xinshin said, isn't your wish to have more than 10 million fans? You're so beautiful. You don't have to do anything else. This press conference is broadcasted live worldwide. You're so beautiful. If you host it with me, you should attract a lot of fans. This. Wang Xintong bit her lip. Here, there are lyrics here. Try to memorize them. You don't have to say the exact same words. When the time comes, your answers will be similar. Thank you. Chu Xinshin smiled and didn't say anything. Hey, I'm going to see the big stars. Suddenly, a voice came. Come on, brother-in-law. You're just going to see the beauties. You're old and lecherous. Mu Feifei followed Lin Xian eagerly. Chapter 1499. Wang Xintong felt that the voice was strangely familiar. In the backstage, Lin Xian and Mu Feifei walked over. Brother-in-law, wait for me. Lin Xian and Mu Feifei walked over. Wow! As expected of a superstar who suddenly became famous in such a short time. She was so beautiful. So tender. Wang Xintong stood by the side and saw Lin Xian. Then her small mouth opened wide. Lin Xian turned his head and looked at her. Lin Xian. Damn. Lin Xian was shocked when he saw Wang Xintong. He never expected to meet Wang Xintong here. Although it was easy for them to meet if they became famous on the internet, it was not that easy to become famous on the internet. Moreover, it took time. Therefore, they could only rely on fate to meet each other. Wow, he really did not expect that little cutie Xintong would be here. Lin Xian. Although they had not seen each other for a short time, they really missed each other. Most importantly, they met in such a big place. They were really happy. Lin Xian hugged Wang Xintong and spun her around, making Wang Xintong blush. Mu Feifei. Take a picture. Take a picture. She hurriedly took out her phone and snapped a series of photos. Scumbag. If this was not a scumbag, then what was? He had already done it with her sister. This person had another woman outside. Moreover, it seemed that they had known each other for a long time. In other words, her sister was a mistress? Wow. Amazing. Chu Xinshin was stunned. She had not known Wang Xintong for long. When she said that she had a boyfriend, She was curious and wanted a photo. She could not take it out awkwardly and did not even have his contact information. She found it strange, but now it seemed that she was right. My goodness, did you come here to become a superstar? Lin Xian pinched Wang Xintong's little face. Wang Xintong nodded and then whispered, "Mission. F***CK. This mission was truly admirable. What was he doing? Make you angry? 10 million fans." Lin Xian scratched his head. "It's not that difficult." "Ugh. Hey brother-in-law, what do you mean?" Mu Feifei comes over and kicks Lin Xian. Chu Xinxin? What? There was even someone who called him brother-in-law? What a jerk. Shoo shoo shoo, go play in the sand. Lin Xian waved his hand. You. Wait here, I'll tell my sister. Mu Feifei snorted and walked away angrily. Was he not afraid? Aren't you worried? I'm convinced. Come, tell me what happened. Lin Xian pulled Wang Xintong to a corner. Chu Xinxin stood there in a daze. Lin Xian chatted a lot with Wang Xintong. What about you? Wang Xintong asked. Me? It's a lot more complicated. I spent my first day in the detention center. Lin Xian shrugged helplessly. Huh? Then what mission did you trigger? Several. Currently, I'm trying to earn 100 billion. After I earn that, I can return to the mysterious heaven realm. Lin Xian. Me too. As long as I have 10 million fans, I can return to the mysterious heaven realm. Wang Xintong nodded. Did you meet anyone else? No. Wang Xintong shook her head. Well, show your face today. If they see you, they should contact you. Lin Xian said. Okay. Then I'll go memorize the script, eh? Lin Xian, did you do this? Lin Xian nodded. I knew it. Wang Xintong stuck out her pink tongue and walked to the side. Sister. Mu Feifei ran to another room. Mu Qingya was sitting in front of the mirror, and a makeup artist was helping her do a little last touch. What? Well, Mu Feifei hesitated. Should she tell her? If she told her, wouldn't it make her look bad? But she was his biological sister. Also, that Lin Xian was not afraid at all. It was so annoying. Humph. Forget it. Let's not talk about it. You're so beautiful today. Mu Feifei said with a smile. Are you short of money? Yes. Wait a few days. Spend less in the next few days. Mu Qingya said lightly. Okay. Mu Feifei then ran away. Hey, brother-in-law, I'll give you one last chance. Give me the money, or I'll tell my sister. Mu Feifei stretched out her hand to Lin Xian. Lin Xian rolled his eyes. You. Mu Feifei stared at Lin Xian angrily. Humph, I'll tell my sister after the press conference. Mu Feifei said unhappily. Press conference? Is your sister President Mu? Chu Xinxin asked in surprise. Yes. Then, Chu Xinxin looked at Lin Xian. So, he's President Mu's boyfriend? Yes. President Mu's boyfriend is two-timing? Yes. Lin Xian. Chu Xinxin looked at Lin Xian in surprise. What a beast. President Mu was so beautiful and elegant. He had already gotten such a girl, but he was still two-timing. It was definitely not because of Xian Tong. Xian Tong was very innocent. She could tell that she must have been deceived by this bad man. You must tell President Mu. Chu Xinxin said indignantly. Of course, unless you give me the money. Mu Feifei stretched out her hand to Lin Xian again. Chu Xinxin. Was she really his sister? I won't give you the money. Go eat dirt. You. Didn't you say that sister-in-law is the most fragrant? Didn't you say that you would be good to sister-in-law? Mu Feifei put her hands on her waist and stared at Lin Xian. Wang Xintong sat not far away and blinked her eyes. No way. Lin Xian hooked up with another girl here? But, wasn't this a virtual world? If he hooked up with another girl, what would he do in the future? Or did he just want to have some fun? It shouldn't be, right? Although Lin Xian was a pervert, he was still a very responsible person. There was a sound outside. Ah. Xian Tong, it's time for us to go on stage. Coming. Wang Xintong lifted her skirt and ran over. Lin Xian, I'll go on stage to host. I heard that it can increase the exposure. Lin Xian smiled and nodded. Go ahead. Yes. The press conference officially began. Chu Xinxin and Wang Xintong, the two beautiful girls, were the hosts of the opening ceremony and received a lot of praise. Bad guy. Mu Feifei still had a great deal of resentment towards Lin Xian. Slap. Lin Xian slapped her but with the back of his hand. Mu Feifei. I'll tell my sister. She pursed her lips and ran away. Well, when she took off her pants, she would show her sister the handprint on her butt. Facts speak louder than words. Just you wait. Sister, let me tell you just now. If you have anything to say it later. Mu Qingya took a deep breath and walked away quickly. Ah. Lin Xian came over and smiled. Slap. Ah. Lin Xian, you pervert. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.